What's up, everybody? Welcome to Proving Grounds Queen's Cup Ladies Night number 1. My name is Ryan Alive, and this here is the phenomenal co-caster, Mr. Mazida. How you doing today, bro?
Brother, I'm excited. You know, we've been talking about kind of, merging Proving Grounds and Queen's Cup for so long. So I'm really glad we can make it work here in the 2025 season. Really kick things off with a bang. You know, we've got a really stacked comp lobby here. Couldn't be more excited.
Yeah, I mean, this lobby is loaded, coming off of last year's Queen's Cup Finals. I see a lot of familiar names in here. A lot of returning players putting some teams in, so I'm excited to see how they mesh, especially with the new meta. Got a whole new meta right now, so it should be interesting watch for all of us.
Yeah, it should. And, while we did see our dumb cats, our winners of January's event, kind of disperse, we see a couple different members on a couple different teams now here for the month of February. Kind of just the culmination of things of women comp, teams fall apart, they play with other players. You always have to continually test those waters, unless you're, of course, Verhulst, where, those waters all flood to you. But very, very excited to see some of the teams. We've got Lust, formerly DZ Eve. We've got the likes of Solus here joining us this month, as well as Quieto. So some real powerhouse teams to kick off our first event of the year.
Yeah, we got a couple other names, too. We got see Kyrie in the lobby here, playing with Selena, formerly of Insomnia, and Solus Netechny, coming over from, I believe it was Bunny Core she was a part of before. So now that's a powerhouse team to look out for. You got Veneer returning here with Usaki, Shiro, and Incep. A lot of loaded teams. A lot of new faces, too, as well. So I'm excited to see how they perform here tonight.
I am excited. as well. I don't know why I said it all weirdly like that, but let's take a look at the the maps we're going to be playing tonight. We got a little bit of a new graphic. We like to spice things up here a little bit. So we will be playing 3 games on Stormpoint, followed up by 3 games on World's Edge. We did have every intention to test out E-District. I swear it's true. But they removed it from the ALGS mode in custom, so when it does come back, we'll see what happens and we'll go from there. But we'll keep you updated on the overall standings, the scores, you name it. We'll keep everything updated here as we do get ready to kick off game 1 here at the 10 past the hour.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Game 1 coming up right away. I mean, I'm sad that we have no E-District now. I was really starting to enjoy, after doing that watch party with you, watching comp on E-District is just a different animal, man. Yeah. I know why Apex took it out on us, bro. I mean, we got to lock in Apex. The teams playing in PSQs tomorrow that won't be able to practice on E-District. So, I mean, it's kind of crazy. But it is what it is. We're going to do what we got. Still got World's Edge, Stormpoint, the classics, the classic 3-3. So, should put up for a good night here. We got some money on the line too. We got $550 prize pool. Maz, what is the $50 bounty this month?
Oh yeah, so I think you guys are gonna like this. I'm calling this one the Ash Dash Bounty. A, because it rhymes. B, I like the way it sounds. But the best Ash play tonight will earn an additional $50. Now they can best portal play, best use of the actual dash in game. You know what? If you snare all 3 and you get them down, picking up one of those mythic bin peacekeepers. More power to you. Best clip, make sure you post it in the Ladies Night Clips channel or tag @BoomTV on Twitter. That's the only way these will count. But it does look like we are loading into game 1 already.
Nice and fast, too. We love to see that. No DCs either. We're off to a great start here in 2025, Maz. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. So happy to be back. So happy to be back.
So happy. I think happiness is the way to describe this. I'm definitely I'm itching. I feel like I took a little too much pre-workout. I'm excited.
Pre-workout. Oh jeez.
You don't take pre-workout before. Oh yeah, you have to dry scoop before an event. You always have to dry scoop. That's the way it is.
Dry scoop and pre-workout to cast Apex is wild. They're gonna be wired. I'm glad I didn't see any dry scooping going on during the wash party. I probably should have did some of that. I was falling asleep.
We're falling. I think you did fall asleep at one point if memory serves, but hey. Oh,
100%.
It is what it is.
Well, one thing I will not be doing tonight is falling asleep as we take a look at the drop. Coming in hot here. No cons, obviously, but closest nearby teams we're going to have over at Launchpad. Got the team of Quieto making their return back to their POI. Don't be surprised to see a push over to Devastated Coast right away. Surprise team Bingus from last time around really showed out with Sammy at the IGL. They won all 3 games on World's Edge. Curious to see if the 20-team lobby here changes anything of that sort, as well as starting off on Stormpoint. We don't have any map rotations this time around, so we'll see how they do here with that, with the team of Quieto back in the lobby. They're going to have to really be quick with their loot over at Coast.
That they will, and I'm actually going to update my now command. It was the one thing I didn't do today, Rhino. It was the one thing, I swear. I tested everything else. But we're going to just update that. I saw somebody use that in chat, and boy, would they be confused when they go check out the ALGS standings,
Yeah, that's not what we are doing here. Zone pull is going to favor towards the pylon side. Echo HD, Devastated Coast, Echo POIs. So we should see some early fights here from the top side of the map as teams start to rotate down towards the southern side. Southern side zone on Stormpoint, something we're not too familiar with. We don't see these zones too often. More or less, we see a lot of the northeast side of the map getting the ring pulls, but I'm going to start off here with a little something new.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've seen, as of the last Ladies Night we did together, I do think that we did see an Echo HQ finish, because I remember Incep kind of going airborne, throwing that Maggie ball out. But that's really the only reason I remember us being down there on the Echo HQ. And yes, there is a bounty on Angel tonight. Anyone who kills Angel, headshots with a Kraber only, please let me know. I will post that to Twitter as soon as possible.
Whose idea was that?
I think it came up in the Ladies Night Discord earlier. I don't remember who exactly came up with the idea, but I love the idea of putting individual players on specific bounties. It's a little headhunter-y, but we like to have fun.
Do see some shots coming out top side of Lightning Rod as TZD is trying to rotate out of that POI. It's going to be the likes of Veneer taking those shots. Shiro Yusaki and company. Insep, just speaking of Insep, actually, joining. This is their OG squad. This is what they used to compete with. So I'm excited to see them back together too. I mean, Shiro and Yusaki and Insep have been playing a part, past couple of years now. So see if them joining back. Did they lose Taylor? Did Taylor fly out of bounds?
Yeah,
oh,
so
no.
I was keeping an eye on Taylor there. It looks like they tried to go up and over the mountain, very similar to one of the recent Z Davis videos on Twitter. Did not work. Did not make it in time. So unfortunately falls there. Will be the first player down and out. The first player dead in the Proving Grounds Queen's Cup Ladies Night.
We do have a fight happening here with NDY chasing down, looks like the likes of St. Nessie's here, as well as Lust getting into a fight too with the Legion. So we got a couple fights happening here early. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of fights here on this north side as they start to rotate into zone.
97 now is able to pick that up quickly. I see Kyrie and Winter fighting now. We'll go take a look over there. We're just south of checkpoint. This is that St. Nessie fight you were just mentioning. Okay, Ray going to try and use that shotgun. Not going to work there. The EVA 8 not going to prove too valuable. Succubus will be the last remaining player, and now NDY on that hunt. Looks like the arc snare could potentially come through from Kyrie. Going to just miss that. But the G7 not missing a dot. Beautiful one-tap. Succubus down and out. St. Nessie eliminated, your first team down here in game number 1.
Tough way to start there for the squad. New team here in the women's scene. Hopefully they keep their spirits high as they head into game 2. I'm gonna head back over to that Lust fight in Legion as they're starting to get busy here, Maz. Shots are coming in from Lust. Renee gets a knockdown. Dragon Girl. Dragon Girl goes down. 97 now is weak as well. She goes down to Scar's Mastiff. A 1v2 now from Mayuki. Mayuki, 10 HP, hiding behind the rock. Throws down the cat Q, gets a crack, but it's not going to be enough as Lust is back. And they start off early here with 2-3 KP here on Team Legion.
That's a beautiful start there for Team Lust. I mean, I think, before we were kicking things off, we were kind of talking a little bit about, Lust, being who they are, coming with the talent that they have, and I think we both expect to see Lust finish in our top 5 here. Ultra Violence going to be playing here with, I believe Fave is actually going to be subbing in for the time being, as they do take down Miss a Deal from Girly Pops.
Girly Pops getting pressured here early by Ultra Violence. Got Akimi, Val, and Favorite here. Fave on the Lifeline, playing Lifeline Ballistic Ash. I'm going to talk about the comps just yet, but this is seeming to be a pretty aggressive comp. Obviously, the assault meta is pretty predominant right now with the recent buffs, as the climb up is going to come. Shot's going to come in there as Emma goes down there. Faye picking up the knock. Look for that full kill. Lovely Emma, the crypto main. Going to be the first one dead here in this fight. The remainders are on the run right now, and Akimi, formerly known as Gabs, is on the chase with that ballistic ult. She's gonna pull up and go back to the squad and get this loot. I think start here for Ultra Violence.
Definitely a good start for Ultra Violence, kicking things off with a bang. Over on the eastern side of things, does look like we've got Bingus versus the likes of Kieto. Kieto currently playing inside that Lifeline Halo, using that Doc drone a little bit more here ever since that recent Lifeline, I guess, buff, change perk, whatever you'd like to say. Kieto going to lose one there. Mandy will fall. Cereza and Kamor going to try and stay alive here for Kieto. Cereza has gone down to 1. Ash here in the hands of Kamor, just trying to get one of these shield bats off, and going to miss that Valkyrie as they do fly away. And I do believe it was a 1v1 there. Kitty Rat, beautiful job. Now we're going to be in a 1v1.
Okay, I mean, Kitty's had some time here to reset.
I'm always a fan of watching Kitty Rat frag, and Kitty Rat doing exactly that right now as Kamor just trying to get all these heals up. Does have the Arc Snare in hand, so that will play useful. Unfortunately, going to spit that one out just a touch early there. Kamor going to try and go for this revive, it looks like.
The shots, but not going to be enough there, and Bingus goes down, but a good job there. Kieto is a team. They've won tournaments. They've won Queen's Cup past. They've won Ladies Nights in the past. They know what they're doing here. This is their POI. So for Bingus there, you take it as a learning lesson. If you're going to be landing Devastated Coast, this is a fight you're going to have to learn to take against Kieto, and Kieto going to continue to serve dominance though, and they're going to win that fight.
Yeah, looks like we've got NDY versus Ultraviolence. Ultraviolence hasn't really left this POI, it seems like for some time. They've gotten themselves situated, they're comfortable. Veil using that arc snare to just slow down the movement of the enemy. I gotta say, love being an Ashe player this season, but I hate being on the receiving end of that. As Veil able to push in, take down Kyrie using that EVA 8 and the Ashe Dash. So wonderfully able to take down Techni as well. Maybe able to go for 3 here. Veil takes down NDY. Veil, your new kill leader with 4.
Veil going crazy. I think it's Val. Val?
Val? Veil? Val?
I think it's Val.
I say Val. Veil, you know, Veil I think it's a famous snowboard resort. So I say Veil. It's a habit, okay. But Val it is, you know.
I think we're gonna go with Val. I think Val. I don't know. I might be wrong. You know, if you're in chat, let us know. I think I'm right. I think I'm wrong. I don't know. But Ultraviolence, 2 wins in 2 fights. So I mean, they're on a spree right now. They're on a spree.
You have Moon Synergy and Solace here, very close quarters to each other down in this Echo HQ as we do stare 10 seconds down the closure of round number 2. Of course, once round 2 closure is complete, we do get all of these loot bins to close, reset, introduce some gold bins to the lobby as well as the mythic bins. Going to be ever crucial to play not only with those power weapons, but that mythic helmet. And right now, Riley able to kick 1.
Yeah, that's a big knock there from Solus as they're going to get shot in the back here from a third party. Kriya's going to Ashe Portal. Her and Riley back. Meow. Maple is going to follow suit there. And they're going to get healthy as that third party came in. I don't think they were able to finish their kill. So a reset for opposing team is going to have to come about. That's going to be the likes of Milk from range there, taking some G7 shots, is going to be the player with the bounty on her head. It's going to be Ange there, taking those shots there, interrupting that fight. Kind of saving the lives of Slap and company from our new Moon Synergy squad. So, good job by them to stabilize in this building, not to lose 2 there, and force Kree and company to move back.
Kree doing a wonderful job here, Solace. You know, I was very disappointed to not have our friend Kree join us last month, but I'm very happy to see Solace here joining us for February's event as we kick off things with the Proving Grounds Queen's Cup. And so everyone knows I've been mispronouncing Kree's name a little bit. So please, please, if I ever say your name wrong, I'm never going to take offense to it. I'd rather know how to say your name. You know, this way I can pronounce it wrong again, and then you can remind me. But it's a circle. We'll go around in a circle.
We do have T-Ban in a fight right now with Quieto, and Danny K is going to be the first one down here. On the low side, it's going to be Poo Pee Poo. And where is Alice? The Gibby Bubble comes down here. I'm surprised to see Gibby in the lobby. Good massive shots, but it's not going to be enough there as Quieto is rolling tide right now, and they are going to eliminate T-Ban. But here comes the third party. Maggie Ball comes flying in. That's going to be Veneer. And Veneer is going to get deleted by Kamore. Kamore with an absolute play there, getting all 3. Unbelievable. The Ashport came in. They repositioned to the high ground, and Kamore just shut him down with that charged up rampage. Holy cow.
I have got to say that right there might be Ashe play of the night, and we haven't even gotten started. To be able to take that heads up Ashe portal, put that up to high ground, and really funnel the other team in. Wonderful job. Do see Kree over here grabbing the Mythic bin. Curious what she's going to be picking up. Looks like a Peacekeeper, Mythic Helmet, the Gold Nemesis. Solace right now, they've got some firepower.
How did Solus get the Mythic bin? That's insanity. No one even conned Kree for that. Walking away with a PK and a Gold Nemesis and a red shield is just insanity. Absolute insanity. And she finds a gold helm too for one of her teammates. Solus putting themselves in a great position right now in game 1.
What's not in a great position?
Girly Pops bottom left side here going up against EVG. As Edel does take down Panda. Panda Ari goes down. Celeste goes down as well, and they clean up Team Vortex. All 3 players get a kill there. Girly Pops started. I think they lost Emma early on to the likes of oh man, the new names are confusing me already. Of Ultraviolence, excuse me, Ultraviolence, but then they were able to get a reset. And now they're getting third partied. Here's another team coming in hot.
It's gonna be TZD.
TZD. Wow, TZD coming in. Dakeson knocked. Taylor. Another team off of a reset here. So we did lose Taylor on the rotate through out of bounds. They're gonna get the res here on Dakeson. Rez is gonna trade reses here with the girly pops. Swinging down is gonna be Taylor. Taylor. It's a 1v2 right now. Gets the re-knock on Adele. Ashport coming in for girly pops, trying to get away. The chase is on though with the Ash. Taylor's gonna be careful. Has the Havoc. Doesn't want to lose this great loot here. They have 2 kills. This is a good spot for them to be in on their rotate. I don't want to get too overly aggressive right now with the solo. As Angel Lake goes down your kill feed, and you have a new kill leader now as well as Akimi moves in with 7 kills, and they do clean that up there. So Girly Pops PBG was able to get away. She's probably gonna have to wrap this up and be a solo the rest of the game.
Yeah, I'd have to agree there. Sadly, what I was going to say earlier, what is bad positioning is this ring. It left essentially no opportunity for a lot of this playable ground to be used. Unfortunately, leaving NG Skoden pinned on that outer edge. They're a little closer to Pylon. They will have to make a rotation through zone at some point in round 4. We all know going to tick just a little bit harder, take away a little bit more of that health.
Oh, this is so unfortunate. She sees an evac tower. Ren's gonna have to try to get this. She should be able to. She thought about crafting Breezy there, but decided that probably don't have enough time. Gonna have to heal up and take an evac tower over this mountain.
We do have Ultraviolence. They're going to be moving their way into the northern part of this next zone. As you can see, here on broadcast, we can see where this next ring is going to be. And as you look at where this ring is positioned up on the northeast corner of the current zone, right now, Ultraviolence really sitting themselves into a beautiful position for not only the closure of round 4, but the closure of round 5. If they can find the cover behind it, they've got the utility to poke and prod at their opponents. Should be a relatively good end game here for Ultraviolence. Quieto on the other side of that circle. Solace making their way in ever so slowly. They still have plenty of room to work with on Echo HQ. They're on the slow side of the circle. Really the only pressure here going to be coming out of Native Gaming, and then of course our friends to the west, TZD. They do have a long rotation ahead of them to get into some sort of safety, find themselves some sort of cover.
The evac tower is going to come down there from Skoden. Let's see how they get into zone here. This is going to be interesting. I think they just make it over this. No, they don't, bro. They have to get back on that tower. They're GG's here. Yeah. Tough luck here for Skoden. I don't think Ren makes it through this. Unfortunate. That's going to give some kills there to Vortex, but I think they're eliminated anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much there for the standings, but it's unfortunate there for Skoden. Skoden is going to go out.
Dale going to be moving up, has that Arc Star in hand for Ultraviolence. Able to get one of those snares, going to back up for just a little bit. Sees 2 of these teams fighting directly in front. Got this Doc Halo down bottom. The EVA 8 comes out. Moon Synergy going to be eliminated. And I do believe Val going to be looking at another team sitting directly behind those knock shields there. Moon Synergy, as mentioned, eliminated. Just waiting now to see. Oh, Ultraviolence is going to move into this zone. Going to have plenty of time to spend some of that loot. And it looks like...
Wait, did she not see her? Oh, she doesn't see her. She didn't see Mandy. Mandy's hiding in the bit. That's insane. Wait, what? Yo, they just left her to be as Quieto's going to be gifted placement here. That's unbelievable.
You have to love... I mean, even Fave down there now, looting, taking their time. And, yeah, Quieto's not down and out just yet. Do not count Quieto down, ever. As we do see PBG also here for Girly Pops. Able to get all the way into this next zone. Gonna sit comfortably on this broken armory. And right now, PBG looking to at least make that top 3 placement if possible. But Ultraviolence and Solus gonna be coming down to these top 2 teams of 3 here in the end of game 1.
Ultraviolence has a lot of kills right now. If they don't win this game, they should position themselves inside the top 2 here. This is going to be a big fight here for Solus, though. Solus is going to have to figure this out as Mandy finally has to leave. She gets her thing down, and here comes Riley to clean that up. Gets the kill there on Quieto. She was able to take down Kree before that altercation happened, and now it's going to put Solus in a tough position here. As Creed pops ult, tries to get across, and she does. Solus gonna be safe for the time being, but Ultraviolence is definitely a team that'll get aggressive here.
Beautiful shots from Akemi already with that Nemesis. Only 92 energy ammo left to use, though. Gonna have to rely heavily on the teammates to pick up the slack here. Fave with plenty of ammo to work with in the Nemesis. And I do believe Val had a little bit to work with, about 100 rounds left in the L-Star. As you can see, L-Star, one of the guns this season that has definitely thrown itself into the meta, as Val going to really try and clean this up. Val's looking to pick up a 10-piece here in game number 1. And going to do exactly that here, I'm guessing. Right at the end, Ultraviolence going to be your game 1 kill leaders. A huge game from Ultraviolence. I mean, looking at the talent that, Gabs carries over from even, the LG side of things. Very excited to see how Ultraviolence is going to kick things off here as we move forward throughout the event. But we're going to throw it to some scores. We're going to take a little break, and we'll be back very soon with game number 2.
Empty hearts and neon lights, they're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly, and I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. La 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 la. Oh, oh. Get me out of broken hearts and starting fights, turning truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly, and I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone.
All right, so taking a look at scores, I don't think it's any surprise. Ultraviolence, also known as Baddies. It was Baddies before we kicked things off, and then it became Ultraviolence. So apparently that didn't translate over into the scoring. So my apologies to Gabs. I'll get this sorted as soon as I can. But as you can see, relatively big game for them. We've got game 1 completed, and Ultraviolence coming out on top. 23 kills, 6,214 damage. That's a good day in any lobby, but in a lobby like this, I think congratulations are in order.
I'll see if they can continue the momentum here. 2 more games here on Storm Point. Teams are gonna have to start, focusing on that. They fought a lot of teams there. Those teams are gonna have to start locking in and being smarter with their fights and understand that. Listen, sometimes it's okay to back up and reset. You don't have to take 3v3s every single time if you don't want to, and if you can't win that fight. So, see what happens here as we head into game 2.
And now, reminder with the POI draft, the nice thing is these teams are going to land in the exact same spot for not only 1 game, but 3 games. We're on Storm Point, a map a lot of players are already familiar with, from the comp space, and now just giving them kind of that edge, if you will. The designated POI, they get all of their loot right away, and if you are able to get one of those, where the Arsenal kind of leans in your favor, I think things could start to look up for a couple of these teams. You know, we got a couple teams down the bottom, like St. Nessie Legion, KHD, Bunny Core, Bingus kind of closing out that bottom 5 for game number 1. But, I mean, we've seen things turn around so quickly in Apex Comp that would not be surprised if, you know, they're able to make their way up into the top 10 and kind of establish themselves now that we've gotten the first game jitters out of the way.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's sometimes it's that and honestly, like, that's such a major factor too for a lot of these players. A lot of these players, it's their first time playing as a team in the Queen's Cup or Proving Grounds, so it's a culture shock sometimes. You see some of the names of these players in the lobby with you, you know, because, you know, woman on woman, you know, like when it comes to like watching skill level and players and stuff, like they, you know, they look up to some of these people. So, you know, it's definitely a shock sometimes when you're having to go up against a team like Solus or a team like Kieto or, you know, players from Ultraviolence or Lust or Skoden, you know what I mean? So hopefully a lot of these players can take that next step forward as we head into, you know, the next set of fights we're about to watch.
Hell, I think I look up to a few of these players as well. You know,
for sure.
I've always got things to learn about this game, and, you know, watching it from a women's comp perspective, you know, whether you're watching that, whether you're watching ALGS scrims, no matter what, I mean, you can learn something by watching another player play the game, especially the same way that you play at the same level you play. So can definitely be intimidating, but can also be a huge educational resource to learn what you did wrong in a fight and capitalize on that moving forward. As we do see lovely Emma standing up here on top of checkpoint, trying to pick up a couple KP for girly pops. Not going to be able to do so just yet, but using that dreaded Rampage that made its way into meta this season to do just a little bit of damage.
They even nerfed it. That thing is still insane. Same with the L-Star. We're in an LMG meta currently, and I know a few people who aren't too happy about that, but as a Rampart main, I'm not too upset. Worse things could happen.
That it could.
Do see Legion, though. Legion getting into a fight here. Mayuki is knocked currently. On the backside is going to be the likes of Veneer. It's going to be Shiro picking up that kill. And she's going to get aggressive here with the Ashport coming down as they see the boom cannon going off there. As they try to escape the grasp of here of Veneer, as Lust is not too far away over at Stormcatcher. And they're taking shots over as well as Jace on that ballistic, shooting the Whistler down. Trying to get some damage here on the likes of Veneer, as Scar and Renee are pretty separate. I do see Veneer, I think, is getting aggressive here. As tethers are flying from above. Scar and Renee pretty weak. Jace is going to have to get down to her team. And she pops ult. Unlimited ammo now for the squad. Had the L-Star in the sling. They're going to get forced off the height. Renee is really weak. Has to be careful here as the Ashport comes in. They take the high ground away from Lust. Lust is now going to have to fight for this. Veneer on the opposite side, and Shiro catches one off guard. Jace goes down. Shiro getting the first knock of the fight. Another knock coming in there. Scar getting the knock on inset, but Shiro cleans up Scar. It's going to be just Renee here in a 1v2, and she's going to use that Ashport to try to get away from this. Lust in trouble.
Yeah, I think this is a good play to just get away for right now. You know, Renee using, again, that Ash portal really does come in handy. Yes, Wraith has a portal, but Ash's portal being able to just insta-dash as far as your limiter will reach, a very crucial tool, and going to kind of bait them through cannon, which love that play. I forget that you can actually bait the cannon. I have gotten lost trying to bait a cannon before, so we don't really have to talk too much about that, but it's definitely happened. You know, it happens to the best of us, as we do have a fight breaking out here up towards the north on the Ferrari side. Looks like we've got NDY and SKP, and unfortunately Simba's Kunai Princess will be eliminated here.
Kai with the G7 shots there, picking up the squad wipe. Welcome back to Women's Comp, Kai. She said she was going to retire after Queen's Cup Finals, but here she is.
I'm glad we didn't let that happen.
See Bunny Core going down the kill feed as well. The hands of Solus, her former team.
So we've got quite a few teams already converging on this barometer POI. It looks like that's where the end zone's going to be. You can see this next circle already touching the outer edge of round one. So more than likely going to do a little bit of an aggressive pull, but I'm no ring expert. And I think we've determined that time and time again, you know, with our ring guesses that, you know, Rhino, I think you've got a little bit more ring knowledge than myself.
Yeah, I think you're right. Though. I think this does continue to pull the barometer. So Solus, I think, knows that as well. That's why you see them already kind of posted up there on the southern side of barometer. Skoden and company as well on the upper side here of barometer, looking down on the likes of, that's going to be Moon Synergy. Moon Synergy on the bottom side, Ali, Kazi, and Slap playing inside the building here. So we see a lot more teams playing the zone here. You know, but I mean, women's comp is just heavy edge. Everybody plays edge in women's comp. That's just the thing. I don't know why, but that's what leads to, you know, teams dying so quickly in these lobbies. Not many people are playing for zone. How's our team KHD doing? KHD, are they still alive right now?
I don't know where KHD is, but
Yes,
I do
are.
have an Ultra Violence versus Girly Pop here. Getting ready to kick off as
KHD.
Missy Deal taking some heals.
We could go to that fight just real quickly about KHD. Is they're probably one of the better zone readers in the lobby, and they are over at Barometer as well. So they're going to be playing their building quite early here with the Watson. So, Ultra Violence, though.
Love that early setup. Ultra Violence getting ready to potentially go down here. Fave trying to keep things alive for Ultra Violence. Going to be able to get that revive off thanks to the Doc Drone. Really able to do
There
it
it
here.
is.
Ultra Violence, your game 1 winners will be eliminated. They had a massive scoreline coming into this game, and right now, at least for the time being, they have slowed the bleeding of the lobby. Girly Pops was sitting in third with 12 points. They've got to get themselves all the way up to 35, and right now, Ultra Violence, they are down, but they're certainly not out after game number 2.
The Girly Pop's doing a good job there. PBG was able to get them top 5 last game as a rat, taking out the first place team early. Is good for the lobby, good for Girly Pops, good for their you know, the overall morale of the squad. As PBG and company are looking to rotate as they have a team in front of them. Probably gonna have to fight the likes of St. Nessie's, who are chilling in a building right now on the edge. Looks like if you take a look at the map, they're gonna head right for them. So there should be a fight happening there shortly. But we also got Legion. Legion up the upper side of the map here, gonna be getting after it with the likes of Pee-Poo. T-Band company.
Classic poopy poo, I tell you. You know, this is exactly the kind of behavior we'd expect from you. T-Ban right now going to be holding out the likes of the Legion. Legion just taking their time, kind of navigating through this checkpoint POI, or excuse, not checkpoint. What is this? Cascade Falls. There we go. Rotating under the giant water wheel. Miyuki just going to try and take high ground here for Legion, and I don't see them taking too much action just yet, because it does look like T-Ban's kind of going to be playing gatekeeper on this, and potentially no much more. They don't really look like they want to jump in on this and take any action just yet. As we do see Danny K lose that shield. I think we're all very, very familiar with how quick the TTK is, or the time to kill, in the most recent Apex Legends update. There's no helmets other than the mythic or the gold helmets. And it does, well, technically the gold helmets are in-game either, but we'll let that slide. But the mythic helmet's proving to, you know, be ever so crucial, especially in this latter game. You know, you mentioned it earlier, where Kyrie was able to pick up all of those G7 kills. And I would wager that a lot of those shots coming through being headshots, you know, it does speed up some of these team fights going into one of the most aggressive metas we've had here in Apex Legends in some time. As Where is Alice going to take some beautiful charge rifle shots, able to do 70 down range. No downs. It does look like 4 right now. T-Ban not going to take this fight too aggressively as they are moving towards zone, but, you know, every time that I say something, normally the opposite happens.
Speaking of Kai, she's getting into a fight right now. As Zone Girl goes down here, Celeste goes down as well, and Vortex gets eliminated. Selena and Kai just walked in there and took over this tunnel. Unbelievable job there by them. They're going to clean up their rotate heading into Barometer. We're going to see a lot of teams on the edge start getting fights. Kieto and Veneer getting after it as well right now. Skamore is cracked, going to have to back up. Just going to try to pop a Phoenix kit. Saressa getting cracked as well. Some good shots coming in from Veneer. Mandy on the high ground looking down on them. Usaki playing the Wraith. Wraith, Ash, and Revenant. What a sick comp.
It is a cool comp.
They're gonna opt to rotate different side here. They're not gonna want to push up here on Kieto. Usaki tries to get her Evo up to purple, only 4 damage off. And they're gonna rotate through Jurassic side here. Not a bad call coming in from Veneer. It's a fight you don't really want to take with the zone on your back. Want to prioritize your rotate here a little bit, and they should be fine. But inside of Jurassic is going to be Legion, so they got to be careful.
Lust is actually just outside of zone right now, looking at Veneer, and I'm not sure if Veneer is aware that they're in danger just yet, but Lust definitely knows exactly where they are, as we do see the shots come through. Jace going to go ahead and use that ballistic to try and just slow things down here a little bit. Yusaki on the Wraith will be hurt. Revenant shield, no problem. Jace is really going to come in clutch here for the team. Throws the auto loader. There's the knock on Yusaki. As we do get the trade.
Jace goes down. Scar, you gotta be careful here. Scar gets the knock though. Good angle here from Renee. Renee looking to clean this up. Gets it. And Veneer goes down. Lust able to rat up Veneer in zone here and clean them up. They're looking for a big bounce back game here in game 2, Mez.
Absolutely they are. I mean, Lust right now, you know, whether it's Dark Zero, whether it's Lust, doesn't really matter. We're used to seeing these girls on top. And Lust right now is sitting down in 8th place with 4 points, so definitely adding some KP here in game number 2, which I think is, you know, it's the Lust we're used to seeing. They play that aggressive edge, they take fights when they need to, and they're doing a wonderful job so far here in the second game.
They're going to have to get rotating, though. 7 seconds left here in round 3. This evac tower play is going to be huge for him. They're going to rotate right into Quieto. Quieto and Lust are probably going to get into a fight here. Kamori pings it out as they continue to hold this high ground on the edge of zone.
Kamori right now shooting down those spider nests, and I love the play there to just kind of, you know, bait all those spiders out. And I think Lust, they do have an idea that somebody was just recently in this area, and they might actually be moving over towards this fight, towards Quieto. Quieto going to be caught. Oh no, Quieto's definitely going to be caught here. I haven't seen Quieto turn around in some time. I do believe Kamore keeping an eye on things, but has not turned around just yet. And I do think Quieto now going to be in a little bit of trouble. Lust taking those shots. And Kamore going to try and move up, but I don't know. Lust versus Quieto it's right around the corner.
Yeah, I mean, Quieto's in a position where they don't have to take this fight. They can hold down this egg and kind of lay low a little bit. Lust knows that. Lust is going to take their time rotating in. But I do see PBG with the Kraber in her hand currently, as she got a knockdown by Yuki. Unbelievable shots coming in here from PBG. You love to see it as they're down to a duo here, Girly Pops. Once again, it backs up against the wall. They were going up against the likes of the Legion as they take down 2 there. Mayuki and Naus are going to get eliminated. Shots coming down from above from Skoden as they're still sitting on top of Barometer. But that ring pull, Maz, it pulls towards Bingus. Bing is getting the zone pull here. And what a counter pull coming in here. as that Lusty Quieto fight does start. Quieto down to just Kamore. Scar going crazy right now with the EVA 8. And they take down Quieto. So Quieto was trying to lay low there in the egg, but Lust said, nah. We're getting after it. Scar dropped the Halo, and they pushed in hot, and the EVA 8 was slapping there with the likes of Jace's ultimate. I mean, that ballistic ult is just so dominant, especially in a fight that's just singled out here in a 3v3. Oh, wow, what a ring pull. Jeez. NDY and Solus taking shots at one another right now. Riley getting cracked. Solus is going to have to rotate here in a couple seconds, and they're going to have to push through a lot of teams. Maple's going to have to use her Newcastle wall probably to cover on the right side. Nice catwall coming in from Riley there as well to clear off the right. So they're going to be able to save the utility here, be able to save the Ashport, going to be able to save the Newcastle wall as they move into zone pretty freely right now. Mez, I think you're muted.
It did a great job moving in there. I was just letting you go. Wasn't muted, I promise.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I was.
PPG gets knocked there from Riley. And Riley is cooking right now with the G7. Surprised to see the G7 being so used right now. I mean, from what I was, watching and taking in from the playtest and stuff, the G7 got nerfed quite a bit, but I mean, it's still strong. It's still strong in the right hands, and I guess these are the right hands. Solus finds a little spot here on the bottom side, but it's Lust. Lust in trouble now. Renee cracked. They lost Scar. Wraith portals are down here. Jace goes down. Renee trying to play the knock shields, trying to stay alive. Not going to be easy. It's going to be Adele on the other side getting those shots in as Milk goes down as well. So another opportunity here for Girly Pops to get into the top 5 as a solo. This time around it's going to be Adele.
I feel bad, having to watch Girly Pops kind of move into this top 5 area. Maybe not the way that is ideal for them, but at the end of the day, placement points are placement points, and right now, Girly Pops doing a wonderful job just picking those points up. They did only have 3 kills in the first game, and already Miss Adele alone doing more than that, picking up 4 KP herself, so Girly Pops bound to better their score as long as they can survive just a little bit longer. And as we look across this next gap, I guess you would call it, where Solace is going to have to move. We've got Girly Pop, we've got Skoden, we've got KHD on the other side of the river, and Bingus right now so comfortable as we do see Renfall here. Miss Adele not going down and out. Not without a fight.
Still picking up a lot of kills, man, as a solo. It's kind of crazy, but Bingus is in a great position right now. They should be able to play low here. Guarantee a top 2 finish, at least. Round 5 about to close. Those teams on the outside are going to have to start fighting as Adele gets 2 more knocks, dude. She is taking down Skoden on her lonesome. Unbelievable, but Girly Pops goes down as Exodia was able to clutch it up. But wow, what an effort coming in from Adele.
Yeah, that would have been a nice little finish there for Girly Pop. Some potential issues to kick off the end of Game 2, but no problem. Miss Adele able to pick up a couple extra knocks at the very least. Update that damage tally. Now Skoden going to be trying to get into this next zone. Ring number 5 gonna eat like a buffet. Like me at a crab ragoon buffet, okay? It's graphic, but that's what's gonna happen. Skoden's all situated here behind this Newcastle wall. They are taking damage from Solace on the other side. They will be eliminated. And now it's gonna be Bingus, Solace, and of course Saint Nessie over on the western side of the zone. The final 3 teams, all a 3-team, or 3-player team. A 3v3v3, if you will.
Yeah, I really like where Bingus is at. They can play slow, play this backside. This is going to be an interesting fight for them to take here. St. Nessie is going to be on their left, Solus on their right. But they're going to have the ultimate high ground here. It's going to be up to what St. Nessie's wants to do. St. Nessie's wants to ape in on Bingus. It's going to give Solus the dub. If Solus wants to ape on St. Nessie's, more likely will give Bingus the dub as well. We'll see what happens as we wait for this round to start closing in 30 seconds till that zone starts closing on the backside. As you see the shots coming from Solus on Wintry. Wintry does go down here, so that opens the door here for Solus. Solus not taking any damage. On the backside comes Bingus, and Bingus, Sammy picks up a knock. Sammy picks up 2. They take down St. Nessie's. It's going to be Bingus versus Solus here for game 2. On the top side, Sammy throws down the Newcastle wall. They drop the cat wall. Recat goes down to Kree. Kree cooking with the flatline. She swings it with the Eva, gets another knock. Sammy in a 1v3. She goes down and Solus walks in and says, what is Rhino talking about? We ain't losing this. And they take down Bingus.
That Rhino, I tell you, chat, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Solus coming out on top of that. What a huge play there for Kree. Coming in, using that Ash Dash, really leading the team in there with that Eva 8 at the end. So congratulations to Solace, our Game 2 champions. Let's head over, let's check the scores, and we'll be back in just a minute with game number 3. All right, as you can see, Solace going to come out on top of game number 2. They put up 12 kills, a very respectable amount of kills, considering the hell they had to battle through to get into that final fight. Picking up 5,200 damage along the way. That's going to bump Solace all the way up to 2nd place on this leaderboard. Ultraviolence still sitting in first with 38, as you might have seen on that nifty little leaderboard. Ultraviolence in first with 38, Solace in second with 33, Girly Pops in third with 25. But you know what, Rhino? I do think it is time for game number 3.
Yeah, let's roll, bro. Let's roll. Curious to see if we see some more shift here. Last game we saw Ultraviolence go out early after taking game 1. See if Solus can, you know, not follow that suit. See if they can stay up here and head into game 3 endgame. But I'm still have my eye on that Launchpad Devastated Coast, man. I always like to watch that at the start of these games. It's more than likely going to be a fight. It depends on how, you know, Bingus wants to rotate. Last game they rotated right away and got away from Quieto, but Quieto likes to take that fight early, very early. So we'll see.
It just 1 second here. It's showing. It was showing Quieto. It was showing Kamor in the lobby, and now she's not in the game. So it looks like that's going to count as a DC. If we do have any other DCs in the, I guess, before a kill is logged, if we do have any other DCs, we'll reset the lobby. But we'll keep an eye on that for the time being. Unfortunately, that seems like a nice little bug there on the Apex side. We love that so much. We do. We try. We really try, chat, to keep all of the players in the lobby. And unfortunately, it doesn't work with us every single time. So we will keep an eye on that because, you know, it sucks when it's a team like, I mean, it sucks when it's a team, period, but, you know, especially if it's a team that's up in that top 5, definitely hurts their overall chances having to play as a duo. But if there's anyone that can do it,
win as a duo.
I was going to say, we have literally watched Quieto win as a duo, so we're throwing up our fingers crossed, and we're going to see what happens here for Quieto in game number 3. But now that we've got that sorted, let's take a look at this next zone. Nice and central here for our final game on Stormpoint. We do have the round 2. Going to pull a little bit more over to that Cenote Cave. We've got Solace down there right now. It's going to include a little bit of Barometer, which is where NG Skoden is. We've got a couple teams kind of in the area, KHD being one of them. So we'll see kind of what comes of these teams as they start their rotation in. And it does look like, on the mention of rotation, Ultraviolence going to be looking down the barrel of Milk right now up on the northern side of things. This is it. You know, we're rooting for Milk. Exactly. You know, as Hannah, I see you in chat. You're going to hear this minutes later and be super confused, but I am keeping an eye on Milk.
It's a big fight here for Milk. Milk's got to be careful. CC Taylor getting a knock in your kill feed there on Yusaki, so Girly Pop's going down early. Sorry, Veneer. They're going to ash port on him, though. Milk getting ported on. Here we go. That aggressive comp. Ballistic whistles coming in. Arc Stars flying in. On the high ground is going to be the likes of Val. Val gets the initial knock here. The swing coming in from Girl. Girl gets a knock there on Ira. Turns and burns, but gets knocked there. Ange going to be a 1v2 now. Gonna take height, but she's gonna get shot from another team. As Ange is probably gonna get eliminated here, and she does. As Ultraviolence cleans it up. Kemi gets 2 kills there. A tough start here for Milk in their first Proving Grounds Queen's Cup Ladies Night.
You know, I'm just happy to see Angel back in comp, to be honest.
Yes.
I did see Jace picking up a down and a full kill here for Lust over on the eastern side of things, just outside of the launch pad area. But it does look like right now, Legion might have tried to take this fight against Quieto. Maybe a little bit, you know, unbeknownst to them. Quieto is... Nope, that was not Quieto. Quieto has no damage, so that's just Lust. Lust is that hungry. They're chasing this team into Launchpad, looking to pick up these KP. Renee opting not to heal. Says, you know what? I don't even need this shield. No matter if the time to kill is a little bit lower. Doesn't bother me.
We'll be well positioned there.
Dragon Girl was able to get away from that, so Legion going to stay alive. Reset is possible here from where she's heading. See, Bingus is rotating away, so they should be able to get a little bit of a reset. See, Quieto just going to be sitting on the edge and just kind of playing it slow, so don't expect them to get into too many fights. They're going to play for placement. Take a look at that bottom side of barometer. We see a lot of teams kind of moving in quickly here. See KHD, see Skoden. We see the legs of Moon Synergy. Moon Synergy and Skoden are going to be going after it right here. As Ali Burrs is cracked. And down goes Slap. Ren through the window, gets a knock with the L-Star. On the bottom side, coming up with the Eva A, gets the crack on Ali Burrs once again, and through the window, Ren gets another knock. Ren swinging in. Ren's cooking. Kazi, last one up here for Moon Synergy. Moon Synergy. In trouble, Kazi. It's about 20 HP, and the swing in coming in from Exodia, and they clean up Moon Synergy. But here comes the third party from KHD. They're taking it slow, though, as Hannah is going to be in trouble. Hannah goes down to Breezy's L-Star. Not good here for KHD. Rez coming in from Davila. Down comes the Watson Gen. On the above is Exodia with that Mastiff. Nice knock coming in there. Davila gets a knock here on Ren. They trade. Looking for a quick res here on Hannah once again. Kurita has to hold off Exodia. She can't. Exodia gets the knock. Hannah goes down again. Davila in a 1v2. Gonna try to pull res. The res is going crazy here for Davila. But Exodia with that Mastiff hits him with the stick. KHD goes down. And Native Gaming having one of their Storm Point games right now, Maz, as they are collecting kills. And every once in a while, you see them pop off here on Storm Point, and it looks like they're doing just that as we speak.
Wow, it has to be one of my favorite ways to watch NG Skoda, Native Gaming, of course. You know, picking up one of the talented free agent rosters in the women's comp space, of course led by none other than Ren, and watching NG Skoden have a game. Boy, chat, we're in for a viewing pleasure here, I tell you.
Yeah. I mean, I think we saw him get a 20-kill game last year on Queen's Cup, and it's just, oof, man. When they get cooking, they get cooking.
See Lust over here on the eastern side of the circle, the Prowler, kind of playing into effect of how Lust is going to do this. Lust is going to actually rotate into Storm. Veneer was trying to hold them out on the other edge of that Prowler's nest, able to hold them and actually force the rotation the other direction. So Lust now going to be sitting up top of this Launchpad POI, of course, where Quieto is sitting right now as that lonesome duo. Quieto's got one heck of a rotation in front of him, but we've mentioned it. We've watched Quieto win as a duo. If there's any team in the lobby that can, it has to be them. It has to be.
Lust is this is how they play, though. They play through zone. They let the zone eat their health. They play on the very, very edge. They take kills. They take third parties. This is how they play. So this is no surprise to me. Veneer, though, is holding them out. They are waiting for them to come through this little area here. So this is going to be a 3v3. It's just a matter if they can get the knock, and there it is. Scar gets the knockdown Shiro. As I was saying it, they get the full kill as well. So Veneer down to a duo. Yusaki's going to have to try to get some damage in here on Lust. She does, gets the crack on the Ballistic. That's going to be Jace. Jace connects on the Whistler. Going to force Yusaki to back up.
What a beautiful job here by Lust to take this fight. They thought they were going to be gate kept out through one of these choke points, and Lust says not going to happen. Jace proving to be a menace here on Ballistic already, and we're only in game number 3. Lust right now, though, going to be able to move in quick.
They're going to chase this. There's no doubt in my mind they're going to try to take down Veneer. And there's the shots, continuing to pour in with the Nemesis in the hands of Renee. And that's all they needed, though. All they needed was, you know, a solid set of damage or a knock. And they got that knock so quickly with those Nemesises and that Ballistic ult. It was just GG's after that. And it's going to force Veneer to try to get a reset with the Crafters. You do see Mandy and Quieto picking up some kills here in zone. They each get one. So Quieto continue to stay alive here in zone. They get some kills. That's going to put Vortex at a position where they have to reset now as well, as you see Celeste getting the res off here on her teammates Panda and Killzone Girl.
It's a good pickup there by Vortex, yeah.
Yeah. Looks like Ring is going to pull towards Barometer side. So we're going to have another Barometer area zone. Probably going to close out in the water over where Bunny Core is kind of hanging out right now. I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I might be mistaken.
I would have to.
I'm mistaken.
I would have to agree. I think we've seen numerous different zones kind of pull over in this area, and I mean, I normally either see it end here or like over in that Bamboo Island area. But I do think where Bunny Core is currently, I do believe, is going to be the end game But, you know, well, we'll talk about it every single game, chat. I just don't know where rings go most of the time, so it's a process. I've only got 3,000 hours on Apex, and I still have no idea where zones go. You have NDY in a fight over on the western side here. They're trying to find their home in Cenote Cave, and Selena going to have to opt out of this fight. Already lost Techni and Kyrie. Ultraviolence going to be the team on the other end of that. And really looking to, you know, go the distance here in game number 3. They got kind of kicked out of things a little bit earlier than they would have liked to in game number 2. And Akemi already with 2 KP so far. Just going to go back and check, make sure that Solace potentially hadn't come up. And Solace is going to come through this middle choke. And now Kree going to dump in that Thermite right over the Doc Halo. Just unfortunately missing any sort of connection or tick damage there.
Good job there by Ultraviolence to back up. Solo's doing a good job controlling their little area here. This is definitely going to end up being a fight, though. Ultraviolence is... Unless they rotate left, I just don't see that. They're going to try to get behind Solus. They want to fight Solus here. This is a fight they want to take. Here they go. They rotate through zone to get on their backside here. I don't know if Solus is going to be ready for this. Solus sitting on triple blues right now. See Ultraviolence walking up slowly here. Is Akemi trying to get her ballistic all back. She should be able to here in just a few minutes. A few seconds at that, excuse me. They will not have Ash Portal, though. They will not have Ash Portal. You do see Solus take inside the tunnel here.
Yeah, Val was able to ping out that door, letting her team know. I do think, yeah, Solus is going to get away from this for the time being.
Yeah. Yep, this should be good. I'm going to head over to that fight on the bottom side. Looks like Skoden. Is it Vortex? Vortex and Skoden going after it here as they do get a knock at a ring. Panda Ari goes down. Celeste is going to be the last one up here once again inside a barometer. Ren is going to port up. So potentially three more kills here for Team Skoden. They are on the hunt here for Celeste. And they find their knocks. They take the Ash port. They're on her backside here. They're chasing her. Oh, they get the kill, but is she with somebody else down there? No, okay. Oh, that's Solus. Solus on the left side looking down on Skoden now. Not good here for Skoden. Good return fire, though. Gets Creed cracked. It pushes her off that edge, looking down on him. Could open the door here for Skoden to get away. Take a look at Selena. Selena able to get the banners. She's going to try to get a reset here. Picking up all that intel with that Valcall. She's going to have to play small for now, but she finds herself a nice little spot here.
I think given the rotation that was at hand, Selena did a wonderful job of at least getting this respawn beacon down. You know, Arc Snare or not, going to try and get this off.
Oh, Incep!
Not going to matter. Not going to matter.
Incep with the Sentinel shots gets the dome piece of Selena, and here we go. Incep back on the sniper. Love to see it. Cannot connect here, though. But the sniper's in the hands of Incep. Watch out.
I'll say, we have personally vouched for how exciting this is, I think numerous times. You know, watching Incep use this Sentinel, even with a couple shield cells left, still going to get that thing charged up, still going to try and put in as much damage as possible for the team, able to hit for 88 across range, gets the break, not able to get that secondary connect, able to connect one more time, almost 900 damage here for Incep as we get ready to close out round 4 here in a minute and a half. Veneer doing a wonderful job of this long-range fight.
Saki able to get a knock there on Lust as Lust was trying to rotate it in. They got forced into a fight they didn't want to take. Now they're going to have to reset in that building. Do see Skoden getting after her right now. With Ultraviolence. So Ira going to try to get the res here on Val. They're going to get pushed from above. Skoden's cooking. They get the kill, the full kill on Val. They're going to push in here. Ira going to have to fall down. She goes down. And what did I say, Maz? Watch out for Skoden in this game. They're on fire. They are on fire right now. They are on fire.
That was
Oh
great.
my
I was
God.
on Ren's POV there, and Ren just using this Ash Dash to the maximum. 7 kills here for Ren alone. We've got 5 in the hands of Breezy, 6 on Exodia. I think this is exactly one of those games we talk about where Skoden really kicks up the heat a little bit and takes things to the next level. We'll have to see what they do as things start to close. We're 10 seconds out from the round 4 closure. You can see where this ring's going to pull. It's going to pull up a little bit more north than where we were talking about originally at this egg building over here in the water. It's going to pull up more, utilizing that bridge a little bit. Probably my least favorite way to end a Storm Point game is on one of those bridges. However, if there is a team that knows how to handle kind of the adjustment on the fly, it's going to be NG Skoden as we see Ren start to throw that L-Star down range, hitting for 16, 19. That L-Star, one hell of a gun to use here as we do start to get into a little bit more close quarters as round 4 officially on the close. I think the one thing they have to watch out for, going to be Skoden, Quieto sneaking up from behind them, using that very, very quiet, you know, very sneaky, very sly and quiet. But Quieto, they've got a couple KP, and they've moved themselves up to 5th place. So I think they're doing a pretty good job as a duo.
Meanwhile, Veneer was in a fight there. They took down Girly Pop, and they get taken out there by Bunny Core. Bunny Core comes in. Wolfish Woman gets the full kill. As they're down to a duo now. We got 4 squads left here. Quieto, the duo, still alive. We got Skoden down to a duo here after losing Exodia. We got Lust on the high ground looking down here. And this is going to come down to Lust. Lust is going to be in control of this. As they follow suit here, they follow the duo through the Ash portal. And down goes Renee. Scar gets the knockdown on Fish. Fish goes down. It's going to be Lena. Lena last one up. Ash dashing away, trying to stay up. They need to get a quick... They can't get the res. They have to get these kills, though. They gotta try to get a respawn. Oh, respawn would be insane here.
A respawn is exactly what they
insane.
need. It's exactly what they need.
I'm sorry, it was Ellie. Ellie's the last one up. Ellie's the last one up. Lena was killed. So Ellie, last one up here, Bunny Core. This is... You know, Maz... And look who's getting a reset as well. Skoden. So we're going to have 2 trios, and then the likes of the solo of Bunny Core. So Quieto was taken out in 4th place. So we got Ellie here still alive, but the resets are coming in for Skoden and Lust. We should see a nice little end game fight here coming in. Round 5 closing here in 5 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Ellie, the perfect scenario here is going to be Lust v Skoden. They start to pick and poke at each other, and then before any shield swaps can take place after one team falls, it is certainly possible. We've seen Ellie do wonderful things here in Ladies' Night over in the Queen's Cup. The potential is there, especially with the open ground that Skoden has to cross right now. Absolute nightmare. As we do see Ren gonna fall here at the hands of Renee. That's gonna be a crucial loss here for Skoden.
Ooh, Renee is collecting. Renee is collecting her tax.
The double arc stars. Oh my goodness.
Yep. Skoden goes down, so it's gonna be Ellie the solo here in a 1v3 against Lust. And Lust having a massive game as well, and they take down Ellie, and Lust takes game number 3. And wow, both Lust and Native Gaming had massive games there.
Absolutely monster games. All right, we're going to take a little break. We're going to set up the lobby here for World's Edge as we move to the second half of Ladies' Night. We'll be back with everybody in just a few minutes. All right, we are getting ready to kick off things for game number 4, but let's take a look at what's brought us here so far. We've got Ultra winning game number 1, a 23-kill game out of them. We've got Solace winning game number 2, a 12-kill game. And we've got, of course, Lust coming out on that most recent Storm Point, game number 3. 16 kills there out of Lust. But Rhino, I don't think Lust with 16 kills was the kill leader. Who, if you could use your wizard brain, who comes out on top with kills?
I mean, Skoden was cooking, bro. 20 kills. Ren had 8. Breezy had 6, and Exodia had 6. Man, they were just on fire that whole game. They didn't win, but they only got 1 less point there than Lust with 27. So, yeah, I mean, shout out to Kieto too, bro. 4th place with only 2 people. I mean, still walking away with 8 points there, keeping their dream alive. They're sitting in 6 with 25. I mean, look how close the scores are, man. Look how close these scores are. Baddies with that one game has put them in first place the past map, Storm Point, 45. But Lust kind of been catching heat past couple games here as they move into second with 43. So I mean, these World's Edge games are going to be crazy.
And I do really love World's Edge. Like, I know we've been playing it for a long time. I know that a lot of the players are kind of getting a little bit sick of it in the comp space. But I gotta say, still one of my favorite maps to watch. Definitely one of my favorite maps to play. Cannot wait to kick things off here shortly as we do wait for the lobby to just kind of spin up. We appreciate everyone's patience. Sometimes they spin up in 13 seconds, and sometimes they take, 3 minutes and 13 seconds. But it does look like we'll be kicking things off here momentarily. Looks like we should have all players in lobby. And Rhino, let's send it to the game, my man.
Let's do it. Just a quick little note here. Kill leader in the lobby is Val right now from Team Ultraviolence at 15. Close seconds, Renee with 13. Both using Ashe.
So, Ashe dash meta confirmed. I mean, we love that. We do. I mean, we've seen some amazing Ashe plays already.
Set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your top 5 damage, all Ashe. Val, PBG, Kree, Renee, and Ren.
Now, do you think that has something to do with the ability to arc snare, especially if you select the right side of the tree for your blue Evo shield, you're able to arc snare multiple enemies at once. I mean, even if that's only 20 damage, I mean, linking all 3 teammates together, that's going to be helpful in the long run.
I think it's just that she is the ultimate entry fragger right now. You go back to when it was Bangalore. Bangalore was the entry fragger because no one could see her through smokes. She'd go in, shoot for damage, pop smoke. Either your team pushes or you back up. Right now with Ashe, you can tether, go in, dash in, port away. There's just so many opportunity to entry frag here and open a fight for your team. And even if it doesn't work, you're still going back, healing, and then do it again. So I think that's why you're seeing a lot of Ashe in your top for damage right now. But yeah, I mean, it's not a surprise, honestly, if I'm gonna be honest. When I play tested, I was just like, this is gonna be ALGS. Like, she is the meta. Like, they made her meta. The abilities they gave her made her into a meta character, and you're going to see her banned right away in those ALGS games, or whenever we bring it here, she's going to be the first legend banned every single time. So she is the meta right now. She controls the lobby. Every team has an Ashe. They control the lobby.
I mean, there's certainly nothing wrong with, mixing up the meta like we've talked about. We went from a very slow meta, a very support-based meta, Newcastles and Gibbies, and, I mean, hell, even Lobas, some people were getting a little really out of pocket there at the most recent ALGS Japan. But, I mean, now with such an aggressive meta, it doesn't necessarily punish you if you do push and you miss those entry frags as an Ashe, because you are able to get out of dodge so quickly. However, let's jump into the action. Upside in Fragment. Looks like we've got TZD on the chase here of Nessies. St. Nessie was actually asking in game chat not to shoot the St. Nessies. And that's exactly what's happening, is, the St. Nessies, they are getting chased down by TZD, as TZD does push them over into that little respawn town just south of Overlook, as we also see EVG moving into almost that exact same area, as we're jumping on board with Killzone Girl here for Vortex. And you know what? We're going to send good vibes to Vortex here. They're not going to have to play Respawn Simulator in this game 4. We've got them as casters. They're bound to do better now.
Why would you say anything? That's just L. That's just an L. Lust taking back their old POI there from Lava Siphon. Love to see that. They go back home. take a look over at KHD as they are pushing out of Geyser Tunnel with Milk on their backside. St. Nessie's were able to get away from that as they're going to rotate around opposite direction right into Team Milk. So we're going to have a fight here. Milk and St. Nessie's are going to start fighting. Banking Smoke is coming in. See a little bit of a comp change coming in for a couple of these teams here. Going over to the Bangalore. Catwall is going to come down from Ray. Ray is going to try to get some cover here for her team as Milk is going to back up. So St. Nessie should be fine. I did see Sammy get a knock in the kill feed there as they are fighting Veneer currently. Veneer rocking the Ash Ballistic and Mirage, Maz. We're seeing Mirage enter into the playing field right now as the Ash port comes in from Yusaki. Yusaki grabbing a backside angle here. Kitty Rat tries to get the stun with her Belt Q, and she does. On the top side is going to be Sammy on the Newcastle. Bottom side fight happening, though, with Ballistic versus Kitty Cat, or Kitty Rat. She goes down. The Ballistic is cooking. She's broken. Rudy Catlow's getting pushed to the backside. Sammy gets the knock on the intercept. Looking for the res here on Kitty Rat. Picks it up. Swings and gets the crack. Mirage is just so confusing, and she still has ult, but Sammy gets the knock before that even happens. Yusaki now is solo. She's going to back up as the third party came in from Ultraviolence, and Bingus goes down.
That was an unfortunate play there from
play.
Bingus. Yeah, I mean, it was a very heads-up push there out of Ultraviolence to capitalize on that. As, like you said, you know, we do see Yusaki able to get out of this and going to try to make their way through launch site. It looks like you could potentially hit Tree. I see a Crafter over there. Definitely not going to want to hang out too long as Ultraviolence is chasing. And it does look like they've really got the blood in the water scent here. Ultraviolence not
they're going to hold off on this push. Yeah, there's no reason to continue to chase. They're going to opt to rotate rather than chase down Yusaki. Yusaki probably going to play zone here. Probably going to try to reset inside a tree and get the team back. Not a bad call. So I would expect Ultraviolence to rotate through Lava Siphon. We do have that fight happening now with Girly Pops and Milk as they continue to rotate into teams right now. As Lovely Emma was able to get the knockdown on Soul and the swinging coming in through the choke.
Does look like Milk going to be able to get away from this for the time being. You saw the drone coming through from Lovely Emma to really spot this out. Able to spot the knock. Going to take down this Catalyst utility here for Missadil. And able to pick up that kill. Lovely Emma going to confirm that KP here for Girly Pops. And I do believe, yeah, Milk, they're just going to keep running for right now. And I like that out of them to just kind of get their way out of there. Maybe find themselves a new POI and get themselves situated on that reset. Inside Fragment, we do have TZD versus Vortex. Vortex with the high height here in Streamer Building. Playing this one ever so slowly as we do see KHD eliminated in the kill feed.
Yeah, Kyrie and Selena kind of swung in with their massives and put them to sleep there. It was a good fight there from KYD, excuse me. Was it KDY? KDY? KYD?
It's the same letters, right?
Yeah. TZD, KDY, I mean, NG.
KHD, we've got, you know, thank you, everyone, for being so creative with your names.
Kieto getting after it. Kieto taking some shots here. Gets the knock on Neo. It's going to be Kamore. Kamore back in the lobby. And she's going to use that Ash port. She's going to get right on top of the squad and continue to be aggressive. No surprise here. It's going to be Angelite. Maddie, the last one up. Trying to get away. She ports down. And I would not be surprised if Komori chases. She is chasing. The Arc Snare coming in.
You see that Arc Snare damage tick right away. And unfortunately, though, we do have teams in the area of Landslide, including the likes of Solace. We've got a team going airborne. And Kieto going to be moving into this quickly now. They do hear the Solace shots coming through. They're still chasing this player down on the other side of this. I guess it's kind of like a bulldozer, but I think we need an official name from Tonka here.
Oh my.
Able to take down Angelique, will be eliminated.
Stolas is going to get a little aggressive here, but you don't have to get overly aggressive. You don't have to go crazy insane here. But Lust and Ultraviolence in a fight. It's about over, though. It's a 1v1 right now, and Lust goes down. Hakimi was able to pick up that kill. Keep everybody updated. Lust was eliminated there. And Veneer, not too far away. They were able to get the reset, Maz. So they're back up to a 3.
Veneer looking to move through this Harvester POI and see what they can't pick up on the way. Gonna go ahead and upgrade this Mastiff. Let's see what we get. A nice blue stock on the Mastiff. I will say, you know, not to give myself away here, but it took me probably 2 days to realize that on the side of the arsenal, you could actually upgrade your guns. I didn't read the patch notes completely. I guess it's my fault. But, you know, I just about freaked out when I was taught that all I had to do was walk up to the side of it and do it. But, you know, we're still here. That's why we're casted and not playing in the Pro League.
Yeah, I read my patch notes. I did a video. You know, I you could always watch my video on YouTube.
I did. That's how I learned everything. I retweeted it day 1, sure, but I didn't actually watch it until like day 2. So that's my own fault, you know.
Oh my God, Shira with absolute beams there. She pops the ult, looking for another one, and Ultraviolence is going to be in trouble here. As Shira was waiting for a team to take Ashport, she takes it. They have 2 down here from Team Ultraviolence. This is a massive swing for the standings. It's a great job coming in from Veneer. Off of a reset, able to take down 2 of Ultraviolence. Saki is up and at it right now in a 1v1. And she takes down Akimi. Akimi goes down there, and Veneer cleans up Ultraviolence. Ultraviolence struggling since having that massive game 1.
And, you know, sometimes one big game is great, sure. But a couple kind of, you know, mid to decent games is going to be a lot better for your overall points. Yes, those KP are super crucial. And that's exactly why Ultraviolence is sitting up on top of the leaderboard right now. But, I mean, Veneer playing the way they are, we've seen some pop-off games here from, you know, the likes of Yusaki, Shiro, and Incept on World's Edge. So it's great to see them back together, kind of forming this trio and really taking hold here in game number 4. It was a beautiful Ash play out of Yusaki, so...
Take a look at this next zone. We're going to have a Skyhook zone. Oh, these are fun. These are fun. These are fun. Lots of places to play. I see a lot of teams playing zone here. Taking a look over at NDY right now as they're taking some shots over at the likes of Vortex. They're holding down the building here, holding down Grandma's house, waiting for the cookies to be done. They're hanging out inside. They're going to get pushed by 3 teams, though, so they have to be careful here. Milk on the opposite side coming through the choke. From PBG there on top of NDY, forcing them away. Gonna head them back through the choke, through the tunnel, the train tunnel.
Going there.
Oh, so Vortex doesn't have to do too much here. They're just gonna, you know, don't take a lot of damage, don't get knocked, don't give it opening. You do have cryptos in the lobby, so they can destroy your stuff and push in if they get that knock. So you have to be careful. Zone is closing. It's just gonna be a slow process here for a lot of these teams. Just curious to see where the next zone pulls. That next zone is gonna be huge here.
Moon Synergy able to take down Angie on the other side here of Milk, trying to rotate in through that tunnel just north of Landslide. It is one heck of a pinch. And it looks like Milk gonna be in a little bit of trouble. On the other side of things, on the other side of Countdown, Solace gonna be moving in to TZD. They see that Mythic bin. And I have to assume Kree really has her eyes set on that long term. Riley able to use that R99 spectacularly as Kree and Riley team up to take down TZD here. Done and dusted, 13th place in Game 4.
Wow, I mean, Riley having the opportunity to use the R99 again as a floor loot gun is just going to be something to watch here as we head into 2025, man. It's just... phenomenal opportunity for Riley. Getting gold guns, man. The Mythic Bins are such game changers, and this is the 2nd time they've collected Mythic Bin in today's tournament, so... I mean, Solus has their eyes set on their priority, for sure. They know what they want, and they want Mythic. Girly Pops, though. They're going to be rotating right in front of Veneer. Headed through that tunnel.
It's an aggressive play there to push up through that tunnel. Also aggressive, we've got Milk up on the eastern side, up against Vortex. Here comes Veneer. Veneer going to push in on the back side of Girly Pops now. We're watching Milk over on the eastern side versus EVG. At NDY, getting ready to potentially third party here. They're sitting up on the northeastern side of the zone. They could certainly push up towards EVG and Milk if they wanted to. Not a necessity to push up to, as we do see Veneer taking this fight versus Girly Pops in tunnel.
Girly Pops doing a good job. They lost one, but they're doing a good job holding off this push. Emma tried to drop the crypto out there to hold them off even longer, but Incept is feeling pretty good right now as she swings in. The Massive going crazy for Yusaki, and Yusaki cleans it up, and Girly Pops go down. Shiro and company using that ballistic ult to the full ability and cleaning up that fight. No third party imminent right now. You'll be able to play this tunnel for the time being and get some loot in. As you do see that milk fight happening, Killzone Girl got a squad wipe.
I'll say, by the time I actually found him on the map, it was too late. Milk was eliminated. I mean, Killzone Girl really going out of pocket with that EVA 8. Vortex comes out on top of that fight. And look at where this next zone goes, Rhino.
Oh, it's pulling left. Look at that. It's going to go right to Nessie. St. Nessie's say, don't shoot me. I don't think they've been shot yet. And it's just hanging out in zone. Good job here by their IGL to call this ring. So they grab a nice little spot here inside a Skyhook, but don't be surprised if Solus ports on top of them and tries to take that building away, because that is a very prioritized building right now. So yeah, Skoden and Kieto getting a fight in the kill feed there. Shots are going to be coming in. Breezy going to try to get a res here. Let's get the pull, the knock there on Kamore. Thermites and the Arc Star, Tether's coming in that door as Mandy goes down. I'm sorry, Mandy gets the knock on Exodia, excuse me. But Skoden is like all flesh right now. They have to be careful here.
Yeah, Skoden's really playing this one slowly. Exodia able to pick up a KP there on Kieto. Kieto will fall in 10th place. The surprise
again, help from
really exit.
Solus. Again, help from Solus from that high ground.
Solus, one of those teams that they're just going to pick up KP whenever and wherever they can. As Veneer has moved into this Skyhook POI up against Moon Synergy. Moon Synergy going to be sitting in a bunk bed with a frag grenade. Not recommended, might I add.
Oh.
Yusaki, though, just doing a wonderful job of pushing them into the corner. As Yusaki able to pick up one. Ren will fall. Excuse me, Ren picks up a down. See Press pick up a down in the kill feed. Yusaki going to heal. Incept flies in with this Spitfire. Tries to pick up this additional KP, able to do so. Moon Synergy will be eliminated in 9th place. For the time being, Veneer may be safe.
Hey man, well, Skodan got lucky there, man. They were in the midst of going down to Kieto, and the help coming from above from Solus to keep them up and alive, just massive. And now Veneer helping them out as well, cleaning up the edge of zone for him. It's just a phenomenal piece of luck coming in here from Skodan.
You know, this is what you don't want to do to a team like Skoden, is kind of give them the projected placement into the latter part of this lobby. You know, we're down inside of the top 8 now. Once you get into that top 5 and things start to become ever so crucial, a team like Skoden is going to excel at putting up that damage. We've already seen that take place. Just like we see Techni right now, she's able to get the grenade down on Dragon Girl, able to get the R99 on Miyuki. Going to try and push on this. The Ash Portal, not going to matter. Legion eliminated. NG Skoden will be eliminated, and just like that, we're down inside the top 6.
Yeah, Veneer made a push there on Skoden. They got in. Techni was able to help out and get a knockdown on Instep on the rotate into that fight. But nonetheless, Yusaki flew in with the dash and just was going crazy with the Mastiff. And I mean, everybody's rocking the EVA 8 right now, but I myself have been a fan of this Mastiff this season. I don't think it's... I think it still hits for me. It still hits hard, and I love the way it shoots. Maybe because I'm just like an OG player. The Massive Care Pack was just so fun to pick up back in the day. But here we go. Fish getting a knock here on Shiro as they try to continue to push into team's buildings and take over the POI. As Shiro is full knockish, and Yusaki's going to go down too. And Solus is now collecting... I'm sorry, that's going to be NDY collecting kills from above. I have to get used to Kai not being on Solus. Incept going to be the last one up. And just like that, Veneer going from dominating all these buildings and taking fights that they wanted to take to being on their heels, as Incept is going to try to craft banners here. This is round 5. You got to be careful. You got to be quick. You got to be quick. She is quick enough. She gets it. They might get a reset here, Maz. This is not out of question.
This is what you love to see in Apex Comp. Nope, not out of the question at all. The respawn's going to come in. Look at where Incept is on the map. All by her lonesome. Yes, they will have to move very, very quickly. But for the time being, may be able to get this respawn off. And yes, excuse me, we had a little bit of game process logic. I'm coming back in ASAP.
Nothing's happened just yet. Incept gets the res. They won't be able to loot, but they have both players back. Might be able to find some bins on the low side as we do see Kree pushing over to Vortex. NDY now getting pushed by Veneer. Vortex goes down. Veneer trying to take this fight. Incept goes down to Selena. NDY not showing face too easily here. As now Shiro and Yusaki freshly res. Last two up here from Veneer. This is Solus's. And St. Nessie's still in their building, still on the high ground, have not been pushed yet. And they are in a pretty prime position right now to get at least a top 2 finish.
Yeah, I think between them and Solus on that opposing high building, I mean, both of the teams right now just kind of playing with each other, if you will, as we're down to the final 4. Looks like Yusaki going to be the sole survivor here. Trying to take Veneer just a little bit further. Going to see what they can't pick up for placement points, as we do got NDY, St. Nessie, and Solace going to be your top 3. If they can take down Yusaki. But I mean,
I think personally, I think Solus, once they get this Ash port, they're going to pour on top of St. Nessie's here. And St. Nessie's is going to have to fight Solus, and then Solus is going to control the high ground. And they're probably going to win the game. NDY will have an opportunity to take the third party, but I think with the way Solus is able to fight 3v3s and how quickly they are to finish them without taking damage, is going to be the difference here.
As we do see
the shots coming in.
Yeah, it was a beautiful play there just to get themselves into the building at the very least. But, I mean, NDY, they're working with low ground here. It's going to be an exceptionally hard battle to take, knowing that you've got a team that can drop down on top of you. And St. Nessie right now making a little bit of noise up top using that zip line. But an NDY push could mean a very different ending here for Solace. It's going to be mattering of who they fight. NDY, this circle starts to close. We're a minute 30 out from closing out Game 4.
He's got her portal. Let's see how they handle this, Solus. They might not have to take that high ground. They might have to play low side here. They are going to have to move first, though. Let's see how they handle this. Newcastle wall on the left side rock could probably be potential play. I think it's exactly what they're going to do. Save cat wall for the third party. Here comes the plays. Right through the wall. Veneer goes down. It's going to be Yusaki the solo as the halo comes down. The nades are coming in from Kree. Kree is inside this halo, and I don't think they know. As Succubus gets a knock on Maple, but Kree cleans up Succubus. We're down to just a duo here for Solus. NDY playing behind this wall here. NDY putting themselves in a fantastic position to win this game. And the angle's coming in from Selena. And they slam down. Technique gets a spot here. Look on the left side. Selena with the R99. Looking to take down the last remainder here from Solus. And the shots are pouring in with the R99. Kai with the L-Star. They're swinging from Technique, and they take down NDY. I'm sorry, take down Solus. NDY wins. Sorry, we're still warming up, Chad. First cast in a while. First cast in a while. Give me some time.
The ALGS watch party was just so chill and just kind of, you know, whatever. But NDY going to come out on top of a massive Game 4. You know, we thought Solus was going to come out on top. But hey, you know, what do we know? That's why we're on the desk. Let's throw it to a quick break, though. We'll be back in just a minute with game number 5, our second game on World's Edge.
If you wanna save me, if you wanna save me, if you wanna save me, yeah. If you wanna save me, yeah. If you wanna save me, I think I should better run. Because that's the end before it began. If you wanna save me, that's better.
All right, before we jump into game number 5, let's take a look back. NDY comes out on top here at game number 4. 15 kills for NDY. 5,804 damage. Not a bad way to kick things off. You know, for NDY, moved themselves up into 3rd place overall. We've got Solace in 1st. We've got Ultraviolence in 2nd, NDY in 3rd, Lust in 4th, and NG Skoden sitting in 5th. And I do think, Rhino, you might have called almost that exact top 5 minus, you know, 1 team. You know, hats off where hats off are due.
I mean, I know the women's comp scene pretty well. I will say, you know, been watching them for 2 years now. I know them pretty well. I know how they play out. So we'll see what happens here. Quieto still has plenty of time to move inside that top 5. But you know, we still got 2 games. Still got 2 games as we're already into round 1, and Veneer is already down a player. It's gonna be Shiro eliminated, switching off of the Mirage back to Ballistic here. Incep on the lifeline now as they get into that early fight and they lose one.
Yeah, I'm curious how that actually happened because it looked like Shiro might have fallen off of the map or tried to fly into a weird crane and actually died.
Exactly
so able to get that back, able to get Shiro back into the game, but I just had no idea.
Feel a little better there by saying they got into a fight. You know, I'm just trying to make them feel a little better, but she definitely offed herself here in the game.
Sometimes the biggest fights are the fights within yourself, and you know, if that's
Truth.
not knowledge, then I don't know what
Truth.
is.
Wise words from Maz here on Ladies Night number 1. You know, love to see it. Love to see it.
P-poo-pee.
Quieto
Oh no.
Quieto about to get to a fight here. Is that with who you were just talking about?
Oh
T-Man,
yeah,
T-Man.
that's classic P-poo-pee right there. And it looks like T-Man gonna try and get out of this area.
Quieto knows that they're, you know, kind of far back in the pack right now. They need to get some kills, so this is not a surprise to take this fight early. T-Ban is on the run. One is staying back to look back on this, so that's the mistake.
Listen up. We have an enemy here.
That is a mistake, but they get the crack there on Mandy. Mandy gets cracked. Kamori looking for the angle here. Kamori gets laced up, but Saressa gets the knockdown on Poo-Pee-Poo. And on the bottom side is Kamori. She's gonna climb back up. Saressa gets another knock on Danny K. And she finally finds the player she was looking for. Saressa gets laced, but she turns and burns. And oh my god, the R99s is singing for Quieto as they win the first fight here of game number 5.
An upgrade has been selected.
See some more action happening in your kill feed. Game 4 winners, NDY getting into a fight right now as Taurus Princess goes down. That's Selena picking up 2 kills right now. You see PPG as well getting into a fight. A lot of early fights happening here, Maz, the southern map with the southern zone pool.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Southern Zone Pool going to throw a couple of these teams off. You know, we're not super accustomed to kind of seeing those aggressive Southern pulls, but as you do look where it's inclusive right now, we've got Thermal Station, we've got Staging, Harvester, a little bit of Lava Siphon even. So some of these teams kind of, you know, maybe potentially caught off guard on some of these choke points that they have to rotate through. I mean, talking about choke points, let's take a look over at Geyser. I think we've got 2 different 3v3s taking place right now. Milk is going to be one of those teams, and KHD also on the other side of that.
1v1 here. Kudita gets through all 3 knocks, but the res coming in here from Girl. A beautiful play. It's going to get a nice little reset here from Milk. Kudita was able to clutch that up, but with the quick res coming in from the lifeline to back up to almost the full 3 right here.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge revive for Milk. They will be back into things. TZD, though, they're moving into Geyser as well. They're looking to pick up as few KP as possible. That's how you play Apex Legends. KHD.
Hey, Rampart.
They will fall.
Let's
Dixon
go.
On that Rampart. And EBG also moving in through tunnels now.
Ooh, but here comes Ange. Ange cooking right now. Ange with the R9. Gets the knock. Looking for the second one. She gets it on Taylor. Dixon, last one up here for TZD. Whips out the Sheila. Tries to get some entry damage there, but she can't. Dixon is about 1 HP. Drops the wall, but not going to be quick enough as Ange and Soul clean that up. And the third party coming in the back end of Milk. Milk down to a duo once again. The likes of Vortex now trying to get active. This is a 5-team swing here inside of Geyser.
Yeah, that was not the POI you'd expect to see a 5-team swing, but hey, you know, sometimes it gets the best of us. Soul will be able to get away from this fight, at least it looks like for the time being. Milk is not going down without a fight.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
we got Lust and Veneer after one another right now, as Lust was able to take down 2 of Veneer.
Lost
Third
also,
is going to be Incep, and she was able to get out, but she's heading to, guess where, Maz? Geyser.
What a POI for Guy. I mean, just pure 15 seconds of fame there for Geyser here in game number 5. We see Ultraviolence moving in through stacks. And it does look like Lust's going to be chasing them down with aggression. Scar using that dock drone to kind of float her way down, taking her time. Going to do exactly that one more time, see if she can't get up on top of this height.
Odin and Solus going after her right now in a tunnel. Godin down to just a duo though now. As Exodia and Breezia trying to get away back over the stage and to get the reset. And they should be able to do that, but coming in on the opposite side is going to be Bunny Core featuring Fish.
I love that it's Bunny Core featuring Fish. Classic. Classic Fish. Portal going to come through. Solid's going to try and take some high ground here on this fight. Maybe just, go for a cheeky rotation over to this Choco just north of Thermal Station. And that looks like exactly what's going to happen. Miss Exodia did not see that player in her sights that we may have just seen. So we'll revisit that here shortly. I do see Jace going down, though. Looks like Stax is becoming quite active. Lust versus Ultraviolence. Val going to be the final player up here for Ultraviolence. We really have seen Ultraviolence perform so well in game 1 and then slowly start to, I don't want to say fall apart, but for lack of a better term, I mean, kind of fall apart. They've done very well in the first series of games, and now it's just a catch-up almost. It's
not uncommon, sometimes, not to compare it to football, but you think about the Falcons Patriots, like teams will overperform than they were supposed to, and the confidence goes up, and sometimes you try to do things that don't usually work, and then they don't work. And because teams start to wake up and they start to realize what's going on, and they turn on their heat, and then everybody in the lobby is aware of your ability to drop a 25 kill game, and now they want to stop you. And here we are. This is exactly what happened.
Or Milk going to be eliminated inside a lava siphon, the kind of the northeastern corner of it, but they were taken down by Girly Pops. We see Vortex fall as well in your kill feed. We're down to 13 teams already. Miss a deal with this Charged Sentinel in hand. Just going to miss that Valkyrie. Barely going to miss again. And it looks like Solace is over on Bunny Core. Yeah, you see Maple falling in the kill feed. Ellie with a EVA 8. I mean, certainly not the EVA 8 I'd want shooting at me, but Bunny Core with this high ground right now. Very advantageous. Drops down in here. Cree able to take down Ellie. Fish able to take down the Rocky. I did. I caught myself.
Proud of you. Bunny Core down in a 2v1. Catwall is in the way. They can't see through that with the new assault. The 8s are hitting for Lena. That's so unfortunate. And then the clutch up coming in for Kree. And Kree cleans it up with some help, I think, from Skoden as he breezy with the kill there on Fish. So Skoden was able to help out a little bit there, and they're going to push in for the third party now.
And we've also got Moon Synergy that was moving in right there, able to pick up that final kill there for Ellie on Maple. Moon Synergy moving into the southern part of this zone, playing awkward spoiler. Not sure if they knew that they were coming into, some potentially KP there, but they were able to pick some up, no matter. On the eastern side of things, we got NDY. Girly Pops in this low ground, this really awkward, it's like Baby Geyser, I think is really the only thing I can call it. But Girly Pop's now going to be taking some damage, opting to get out of this fight. You see Scar taking down PBG, and Emma just trying to stay alive. Not going to happen here. NDY comes out on top. A little bit of lust taking place there as well. Selena going to rotate out and head over towards launch site.
What is happening in this game? Everybody's dying.
This is the most aggro game 5. I mean, you expect to see this in game 6. This is where everybody gets kind of crazy and picks up their KP, but seeing this very aggressive playstyle here in game 5 is, I don't want to say unprecedented, but certainly not something we're familiar with watching.
Don't look now, but Ultraviolence is back up to a full 3 as they move in through Geyser. So, able to get that reset there after all those teams were fighting. On their back, in front of them is going to be Quieto as they head into Lava Siphon. It should see a bit of a slowdown here with kills. There should be a lot more teams trying to get position here into the next zone. But you take a look at this next ring. I mean, shout out to Nessie as they're about to get to a fight with Skoden. They're already down one player here, Wintry. is fully eliminated. Skoda is trying to take over this building, as this is going to be a prime spot here for this zone.
It is indeed. I mean, and Nessie has done a wonderful job all night of kind of calling some of these end zones as Succubus will fall. And OK Ray also going to head on out there. Native Gaming going to pick up those KP. A wonderful job securing themselves inside of that top 10.
Here comes the third party. Angel Light coming in hot here. Maddie throws down the tether, gets the stick there. The 10 comes down on the screen. They're swinging right. They know exactly where she is. Looking for the knock to get it on Exodia. Raizuma. Has to be careful. She needs to get healthy.
And
she's going to pop a medkit. Yep. She should be good.
Ren and Bree able to get out of there and get up onto that top track in staging. Will be able to give themselves a rotation into this next zone. Realistically, wherever they want. As you can see, it does pull a little bit more north towards staging. So where Solace is currently sitting, they will have to move once this next zone does close. I think it was the Fnatic maybe during ALGS Japan we were watching over in this area where Solace is. And my God, what a joy to watch, as well as Team Burger. But watching the women's comp play out a little differently. You know, we see a very aggro style here in Game 5, and now, like you said, I'm guaranteeing we're going to start to see these KP slow down. And of course, as I say that, Selena's going to pick up a down. Literally, you know, as I spoke it into existence, Kaz goes crazy, tries to go crazy. NDY going to take down Moon Synergy there. We're down inside of the top 8, and just keep an eye out for where this next fight's going to break free.
Ultraviolence and Kieto are trading grenades right now outside of Siphon, excuse me. And on the back is gonna be Lust. So we're gonna have 3 teams in this area here. Lust trying to be the third party, as you see Ultraviolence swinging in. They have the autoloader engaged currently. The shots coming in here from Akemi. Akemi goes down, then a Mandy Kid Cat. And Val goes down as well. Ultraviolence eliminated there by the likes of Kieto. So Kieto finds the KP they were looking for, but now they have to fight off Lust.
Lost with such a beautiful line of sight right now. Long range 2x4 sight on the Nemesis. First Scar, gonna put that Arc Star down bottom. What an Arc Star there!
Scar gets to knock out Saressa. They get a knock there. Kieto goes down.
Beautiful play from Lust. A reminder, Lust is sitting in 4th place before we jumped into game number 5, so really looking to take this KP as far as possible. They're only, I believe, 11 points behind first place, which is in the likes of Team Solace, who is still alive, but they do have a team sitting directly in front of them in this train tunnel. It'll be NDY. And Selena gets a missile swarm down on Skoden. Flies in, Techni able to use that R99. Kyrie going to be picking that up with the EVA 8. And Kyrie now going to be just searching for this final player, whether they're inside or out. Going to take that full KP on Exodia. NDY picking up yet another. We do have teams moving into the area. Ren, though, not going to be one of those players moving into the area. Going to be moving up towards potentially that Crafter sitting up on the hill. We do have Angelique, though, has moved into this pill building. They have lost one. NDY situated inside, Newcastle wall in hand.
Legion on the opposite side getting their shots in too, so not a good position to be in for Angelite. Lust also on that hill looking down on this as well. Solus is controlling zone right now though. They're going to control where these teams play.
Solus going to look at that.
Should be able to click a lot of KP.
Yeah, Riley able to just pick up a couple more here. Able to take down one. Skoden will be eliminated in 6th place. Ren was the final player there, and Lust going to pick up that KP. Riley up on the track's going to have to retreat and, you know, just pop some heals there. I do believe they had a Phoenix kit, so shouldn't be too big for Solace. Here's we do close things out. We're in round 4, getting ready to close. We've got 5 squads left in. Over to that southeastern side, going to be the likes of Lust. They do have to move into this next zone, and they do have one hell of a fight to do so.
You got to pick and choose what battle you want to take here. You want to fight Solus or you want to fight NDY. Both teams are kind of on fire right now, so it's not going to be easy. All 3 teams really are on fire right now, so I think their best bet is probably just a port to that right side where she just pinged, where Scar just pinged, and take that 2v3. Probably your best bet there. I don't know if you want to try to push this bridge.
say. I definitely am not pushing the bridge, knowing that there's a 3-stack up there, but sometimes it is hard to get that real-time knowledge of, you know, who is alive and who isn't alive, especially in such tight, close end games like this. Yes, we've only got 12 players left, but when you've got players constantly rotating back and forth, making sure different angles are clear, sometimes you get a little lost in the sauce. But Legion right now, sitting up on this comfortable little high ground, putting those G7 shots down range. Dragon Girl able to do a wonderful job using that gold magazined G7. 97 now is going to move just a little bit down closer here towards this rock, and does have eyes on the team. That's Lust, actually, that went for a full across-zone rotation.
Yeah, it's a beautiful rotate here by Team Lust. There is a team in that building they're going to have to fight, but this is a cleaner 3v3 than the other ones.
Renee moving
Actually,
in.
I don't even think it's a 3v3. It's a 1v3. I don't think they know it's just solo in here.
Yeah, I think that's just one there. That's going to be the final player for Angelite. As we get ready to close out round 5 in about 30 seconds. And Lust right now, not super concerned that there may be a player in there. I mean, you do have to assume there's a player in there, absolutely. And I think that's what they're going to do. You know, rather be safe than sorry on this. As they fly in. And let's see. Renee able to spot, well, Scar, excuse me, able to spot out Angelite. They will be eliminated into 5th. Not a bad way to end game 5, though. 5th place as a solo. You can't go wrong with placement points.
Oh, not terrible at all. Not terrible at all. And that's a great job there by Lust. Lust is now in a pretty decent spot here to stay alive for the top 3. Curious to see what Legion does now, though, as they rotate over towards Lust. As they're on the bottom side here of staging. And Lust notices Nows. Nows is going to be in trouble. Shots from Dragon Girl coming in. Holding off this this peak from Lust. Some more good shots with that G7. Gonna be able to quick heal with these cells. Continue to do poke damage. Ash gets cracked there. It's going to be Renee. So good job here by Legion to hold off that push from Lust, but Lust does not want to go down here. They want to stay where they are. No need to push down on top of Legion and get rid of all their hard work there for that spot here in the zone.
Hard work indeed. I mean, Legion right now.
NDY.
Legion really doing a good job
just poured it on him. NDY poured it on top of Lust. Here we go. 3v3 with Lust and NDY. Grenades are flying in from Lust. The swing coming in here from Selena. Selena looking for an angle. They get Renee. Jace gets it knocked down on Kyrie, though. And they take down Lust. NDY doing a good job. They have the Halo to use. The enemy Halo's still up. Be able to get the reset.
Solus almost flew in on that. Yeah, they were close.
So we got Solus, NDY, and we have the duo of Legion still alive here. NDY, they have port to use. They want to get behind Solus. I don't think Kai has any bats.
Kai has one battery.
She's saving bats right now.
Which I think realistically going to be the play. You know, we still got 10 seconds left until this round's going to close. Things are going to close a little bit controlled to kick things off, but all hell's going to break loose very, very quickly for NDY. They're in the sights of Solace. You've got Legion down bottom, and this will close out on that low ground, so they will have to move just ever so lightly. But Solace right now in a beautiful position to take home Game 5.
Here comes NDY, though. They're going to take this fight.
Maple going to be able to get a couple.
Down.
Beautiful wall here from Maple as well. That Newcastle wall is super helpful. The Ash portal comes through, but now Solace now falling apart. Kree, the final player here, will fall. NDY and Legion flying at each other. Legion going to fly into this now.
From Legion. Legion doing a good job there, taking second place. Now it's going to be up to Nows here in a 1v2 as she goes down. NDY, though, playing it patiently. Kai on that, I'm sorry, who's the Ash? Was it Kai? I think Kai was the Ash.
I believe it was Kai, yeah.
Kai's the Ash. With that beautiful Ash port behind Solus there. Through the cat wall. Just getting that angle on the backside. Leaving Kree all by herself. Just unbelievable job there by Kai and company. GG's to NDY.
GG's indeed. Let's throw it to a quick break, though. NDY just won 2 games back-to-back, and we're going to set up for game number 6 to see if they can do it again.
was hot, too nice as a setup. Dripped out, head to toe, beat the get up. Said the younger be standing in any sweater. You think you could do it better, but really could never measure. Got a Glock engraved with your name on it. And some special designs, this is a game for me. Tiptoed on the beat in Balenciagas. Dipped out of your crib in my Gucci floppers. Your boy got a license to start this. She gon' say this and right when we gun it. Super spike all night is the flight is the phone. Pull up to the club. Pop that.
I can't do this right now.
Y'all fucking hit me with the
Here it comes again, this time I almost got away. But I can't help but run back so you'll take away the pain. And I can see us getting over all of these mistakes. But I will fall apart without you and you'll do the same. Then under the stars you saw me. It was a simple feeling. You broke in my heart, I was back in your arms. I was another being. Knowing you're no good for me, but happy to keep on hurting. Right from the start, I love who you are. Happy to keep on hurting. And you hurt me.
All right, so we see NDY come out on top of yet another World's Edge game. They hit game 4, they win. They hit game 5, they win. And now, as you can see on the leaderboards, NDY, your current leaders of the lobby, 77 points. Solace in second with 68, Lust in third with 65, Ultraviolence or Baddies in fourth with 54, tied with none other than Native Gaming Skoden. Now, of course, my favorite thing that we've added for the broadcast is going to be the map rotation. NDY, you can see there, it's kind of worth noting. They got 2 more kills in Game 5 than they did in Team 4, and they got 2 more damage. Exactly. I mean, look at the math, chat. It's right there in front of your face. It's real. But, Rhino, how you feeling about NDY going back-to-back?
I mean, it's not a surprise. It's some really talented players right there. Kai, Queen's Cup winner of the champs last season, switching over to NDY here with Selena, formerly of Insomnia. Techni is a phenomenal player as well. This does not surprise me at all. Does not surprise me at all. We talked about it before. I mean, NDY is a team to look out for, and here they are.
All right, as we get ready, we're just spinning up the service here, chat, so appreciate your patience, but again, you know, looking back over the course of things, we played 3 games on Stormpoint already. We're getting ready to round out our final 3 games here. Any predictions, Rhino? Are we going to see a mix-up here? Are we going to see NDY dethroned by the likes of Solace? Or are we going to see Lust kind of go the distance? You know, we've seen Lust do a wonderful job of kind of making it into that top 10, but right now they're averaging about 8th place.
Lust, they've been fighting well. They've been fighting very well tonight, but they've been putting themselves into tough spots. And they've been using their skill to get out of those tough spots. I could definitely see a huge Lust game here. I mean, I could definitely see it in the future. It's definitely possible, but I can also see that out of a lot of these teams. But NDY and Solus, I think it's going to come down to them too here in Game 6.
You know, I have to agree. I mean, I've been a Solace fan for a long time. You know, pretty much whoever Kree teams with, she builds just such a monstrous, talented team on Solace. You know, she's been playing with Riley for a little while. Kind of soft confirmed, you know, Maple joining the team last month in our event when Maple was kind of teasing it. So very excited to see kind of what Solace can do here as well. I mean, I think they're like 9 points off of first place, and if anybody can put up the KP or, you know, secure that late tournament win, it's going to be Solace. But let's jump into game as players are dropping in our final game of the Proving Grounds Queen's Cup Ladies Night. Oh, it's been a fun one so far, and you know what? Thanks for hanging out with us here as we get ready to close things out.
We got a lot more of these to come this year. I mean, this is exciting. It's been a great night thus far. Excited for what else we got planned for the future. It's going to be a great year. It's going to be a great year, 2025, baby.
So, if you have ever debated picking up the controller, picking up the mouse and keyboard, and playing Apex competitive, please know our ladies' nights are welcome. We want all of you to flourish. We want all of you to be the best that you can be. Jump in those PSQs, you know, put down those boys that, you know, they talk a little shit. Put them down. And this is the perfect place to house that talent and really start capitalizing on things. TZD going to be up against Saint Nessie here in Fragment East to kick things off. We do have the energy arsenal directly beneath Saint Nessie. And Saint Nessie, I mean, they've pretty much successfully called every single zone so far, as we do see a portal come through the floor. Winter going to be able to down one onto Dakes, and TZD struggling in this first fight already, as we do see TZD now going to be getting elimed. Really sorry about that. You know, Dakes, and it's not what we meant to show on broadcast, but it is. It is what we showed.
That is Caster cursing you as well, as Taylor gets a knockdown on Succubus. It's not over yet. St. Nessie's down to a duo. Taylor has clutched up in the past. I've seen her do it multitude of times. Here we go. Nice shot coming in there from Taylor. Taylor gets a knock, but she goes down. Those L-stars were just a little too much there as TZD goes down.
Yeah,
a good night there, but unfortunately comes to an end.
Yeah, that L-star close range is just as dangerous as it is at really any range. So, you know, unfortunately, dropping on a team that may have hit that energy arsenal off bat, it's gonna prove to be a fight, no question.
T-Ban right now in a 1v3 as Poopy Poo gets the knockdown on Mandy. Mandy goes down. Poopy Poo goes down, though, as T-Ban gets eliminated by Kieto, as Kamori gets the squad wipe. Kieto is one of those teams on the outside looking in here in 6th place. Really need a strong game number 6 here to even think about coming in 1st place. But, I mean, we've seen 20 kill games happen twice here tonight, so don't be surprised if you see it again.
Absolutely. And right now, Milk going to be chasing out of Geyser. Soul going to be dropping right on this player's head. Pulls out the Sentinel, going to go for it. Going to miss that Death Knot Hannah from KHD. Not letting this fight go. Death Knot Hannah will fall. Davila, though, does get away. Able to go into those Overlook tunnels. And you know what? Davila's just going to head on over to Overlook and enjoy a nice, beautiful sunset. Because it's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous POI over there.
Comes Ultraviolence through the choke towards Geyser as well, coming out of Maud. 2 whites and a blue for them. They see the death boxes on the map. Ira moving in first.
Pings the death box right as you say it. Love that.
Milk is out though, so it should be good. Girly Pops right now pushing up on Wintry and company. Over at Fragment, they take down 2. Back down to a solo. Girly Pops picking up a couple KP. They're going to hit the beacon and get some knowledge. Succubus going to be the last one up here for St. Nessie's. Reset is possible. But they have the knowledge of where she's at after that scan, and the crypto drone is out here for Emma. Picking her on the live feed here. Succubus is trying to escape.
Proving to be ever so evasive here. Succubus doing a wonderful job of just staying alive. That
Maggie
drone
ball comes down for Adele.
Here comes the push. Succubus going to throw down that dock drone. Going to also try and glide in the air. Vortex going to be eliminated. 16 squads. One more for a placement point. Can Succubus hold on as you see Vortex falling in the kill feed? St. Nessie eliminated in 16th. Unfortunately, not going to make it much farther here. You know, we're so used to seeing St. Nessie late into the game. I don't know what we're going to say now. Except for maybe, oh my goodness, Ultra Violence versus SKP. Reminder, SKP is playing as a duo, yes.
Doris lays out some good. They're getting some help here. Techni gets the knock here on Val from range. SKP getting a lot of help as Akimi goes down as well as Kai gets the knock there with the G7. Ira, the last one up for the squad. Ultra Violence once again, a solo. And they're gonna try to get a res.
Girly Pop also throwing into this fight.
And Lust goes down. Lust goes down. Veneer cleans them up in the kill feed there. That Lust game we were talking about before is not going to happen. But let's take a look back over at SKP as NDY is looking for an opportunity to get into this building. Oh, I'm actually going to port away. They're going to leave him alone.
Looks like Girly Pop also in the area of PBG with that L-Star from range. I mean, even a couple ticks of that energy ammo to the dome. Gonna do a wonderful job of breaking that shield. As you do see PBG fly towards this building where SKP was stationed. And now PBG in the building with the Mastiff in hand. Just kind of scouting this out for the time being. Let's see where this is going. You hear that Watson generator up top. So nade's gonna be useless. You have to assume Girly Pop at some point gonna get excessively hungry.
Yeah, they have Emma, so Emma gonna be able to crypto drone this in about 2 seconds, and they should be able to push in. Just making sure there's no third-party intimate right now.
And there's certainly, I would say that they don't know this, but there definitely is Ultra Violence back up to a full squad.
Good drone placement coming in from Emma. She's gonna ult it. Here comes the path. Here comes the Ashport, and Emma's gonna push it from the bottom side. PPG gets to knock down Koichi, and there's the full kill. SKP goes down, but they lose PPG in the process. So Ultra Violence is gonna get aggressive. Ultra Violence taking the high ground. Akimi looking for an angle in. She swings in here using that Maggie ball. Looking for the knock. Can't pick it up on Emma, but she gets it there. Emma goes down. Ultra Violence are gonna clean up Girly Pops, and they do. And a third party off of the reset coming in here for Ultra Violence. Two games in a row they've reset inside of Geyser and have come out with some kills.
Yeah, it's a big play there for Ultra Violence. I mean, Ultra Violence really does need to step up here if they have any hopes of making it to the top 3 as well. But do still have to get through the likes of Solace. And, you know, I don't believe we've seen Skoden go down, but I don't see Skoden on the map, so...
They did. They got eliminated a little while ago.
Yeto going to be one of those teams chasing down that top 3 now, playing over on the western side of this next zone. Looks like we've also got a potential landslide fight here between Bingus and Angeli. Angeli with a high ground inside landslide. They do have ring knowledge. They know where this is going to be going. And at least for right now, setting themselves up nice and comfortably. No need to get too aggressive just yet in landslide. We do see Bingus going to take this rotation out. Going to head over towards this western lava fissure side. And it does look like we've got Moon Synergy over in the area.
Usaki and company fighting right now with Milk, the remaining duo here outside of Harvester. Incep gets the full kill, gets the knock there, and Milk goes down. Usaki and Incep make quick work of that. And they eliminate Milk.
Technically speaking right now, Veneer does indeed got Milk. They got him. They got him, chat.
How long have you been waiting to say that?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably longer than I'd like to admit. But, you know, as a kid who grew up in the got milk era where all they did was, you know, basically force milk down your throat, I felt like it needed to be said at least once.
Got milk? Mustache.
I know. Mia Hamm, Michael Jordan, didn't matter who you were. Jeff Gordon even. Who cares? Put a milk mustache on him. Put him on a poster. And it's motivational for children.
Got milk?
Yeah.
All right, well, Veneer is now going to be rotating into Solus here on the bridge outside of Stacks, and Solus is waiting for them. Shots coming in there from Riley. He gets the 35 flush hit. Trying to take away that high ground opportunity there with the cat goo. It's another crackdown on the lifeline. It's going to be Incep getting broken. Good grenades coming in here from Riley. Riley trying to force him out of that little rock area. She does, but falls down off that height. This zone is closing, so they have to find different angles here and potentially continue to do some serious damage. And they do. And the Ash port coming in from Veneer. Good Ash port as Riley gets the crack again. Kree is about 20 HP health. Has a full blue shield.
Veneer going to be able to get out
rotate
of this.
on this bridge.
Yeah, Veneer going to be able to get out of this for the time being. They do have really no ideal road ahead. You have to go through train tunnels into landslide, or you have to push directly through staging into the likes of Solace. But it is only round 2, so it's not going to absolutely chunk that health away. I think they're going to go for the long rotation here as Solace sets up for the just in case. Because you never know with some of these players, they can be tricky. But here comes the Ash Arc Snare. Going to situate that right on the door there from Kree. And yeah, it does look like Veneer going to go for that train tunnel rotation into landslide.
That's a great call. I mean, it's just it's a lose-lose there for Veneer. Even if they win that fight, it would have come at an astronomical price there. It would not have been easy to take that. So, good call by that. Rotate away from that. Solus continues to control the zone right now. Doing what they do best. We head over to Countdown. Maz, we got a fight happening here with Bunny Core. Bunny Core moving in. It's going to be Fish looking for the knockdown on Kitty Cat. Kitty Rat, sorry. One day we'll get that right.
Kitty Cat.
Bingus goes down. Bingus, our surprise team from last month, having a tough night here today. But, nonetheless, I think we won all games on World's Edge last time, so.
Yeah, they were
a little bit different of a lobby this time around, though.
Absolutely on top of World's Edge last month, and unfortunately for them, they were in 12th place going into this game, and I can't imagine they're going to move much higher than that.
Ultimate accelerant here.
The team who could. NDY holding down that first place, still alive right now. But here comes Ultraviolence. Ultraviolence walking up on them. This could be a massive fight here for NDY. They want to continue to hold the first place spot. They're going to have to win this fight. I don't think Kai knows that Ultraviolence is here, and they take down Kai. Val has a nice angle here. Swinging in hot on Techni. Techni gets the wall down. She continues to push, and Techni goes down here.
Oh, Val just
absolutely right now with 5 kills.
Yeah, threw over that Newcastle wall beautifully using that Ash Dash. You know, the double dash, as you do level up your armor, you get to that purple Evo. Yeah, you can do double ult, sure, but doing a double dash and being able to use it just like we saw there, exceptionally crucial in some of these late games. Ultraviolence has a hill to climb if they are to come out inside of this top 3 comfortably.
Ooh. Kree's got Craver.
We're going down to Kree. This is it. This is the POV for the rest of the broadcast, so buckle up.
Angel Light goes down your kill feed. More kills coming in here from Veneer, but now they're fighting against Quieto in your kill feed there. I'm not sure where they're even at. I think they're in landslide. Yeah, they are.
Quieto's in landslide, yes. Kree taking some of these rotations and kind of these awkward angles, if you will. Trying to pick up one. Able to hit for 120. Able to take down Kaz from range using that EVA 8. Going to use that Ash portal to get out of dodge there. Kree able to pick up that easy, quick shot there on Kaz. What a beautiful play. Put Solace up on top in a 2v3.
I have to make quick work with this fight here. Selena ratting it up. She ain't going to make a play on it. And they clean it up. As I say quick work, they make quick work.
All right,
down
so
goes Moon Synergy.
You say all the plays from now on. Got it. NDY does still have Selena alive, using that L-Star, just sitting down in bottom inside that Lava Fisher POI, looking to see what they can do. Veneer going to be moving in towards Solace right now. Veneer, a team of 2. Shiro Yusaki, they did lose Incep earlier on. Another fight up inside Countdown. That's Ultraviolence, who right now was very, very close to being sent back to the lobby. Very close. All right, back on board Solace.
Good clutch up there, but oh man, it's close. That was a close one. Almost a squad wipe.
It almost was. God, that rampage. Kree with an illegal shot onto Shiro. That was like that was like whack-a-mole at the circus, except the poor mole stood no choice. I mean, That was a brutal shot there. Nice little flick by Kree. Picks up that KP for Solace. Solace really looking to close things out here in game number 6. Reminder, they were in 2nd place. 9 points off of first, and NDY was the only team that stood in front of them. So a few more KP and a nice solid win here out of Solace. We could see ourselves a champion. And you're eliminated in your kill feed. We're down to 5 squads.
Shot in the back right now.
That's just classic Selena right there. Just, you know, being a little bit of a nuisance in zone. NDY eliminated.
Solus looking to control first place right now. They have eyes on Ultraviolence there on the left side. Kieto on the high ground inside a landslide.
Thermite there from Cereza. Trying to get a couple of those to connect. They're going to throw some G7 shots down range. Not going to connect. Kieto going to take a little bit of time and reset for this fight. They do have this next zone essentially in their pocket if you look where this next zone is going to pull. Kieto with a beautiful spot up here on high ground as we do see Mandy taking some damage. Looks like Solace was the ones dealing that one out. Probably Riley. I mean, you have to assume. You hear that G7.
All Solus really needs here is a knock from Kreese Kraber, and then they can all on top of that.
I do want to see if Ultraviolence... Let's see if they've got
Switch over to a bow check.
Freeze on a bow check? What is going on over here? Okay. Oh, using that nice little Valentine's Day skin on the bow check. Love that.
The enemy is moving in.
That was an interesting mode.
I would agree that it was interesting. Kree gonna go for that long rotation over to the side, puts themselves in zone. A very nice Ash portal. Plenty of cover, a couple bins that haven't been touched just yet, some extra grenades. This was a huge, huge rotation for Solace. Give themselves just a little bit of a better angle.
Puts them out of that nasty spot with them looking down on them. I don't mind this at all from Solus. But I do like where Kieto's playing. Kieto Solus should be able to work together here against Ultraviolence. I believe Ultraviolence is underneath them now as Zakime has the Kraber that Kree dropped. As they're going to be sitting underneath Kieto currently. You're going to get kicked. I got kicked.
Oh boy. I got kicked last game, you know, so technically I think it's just your turn.
I got kicked last game too.
Okay. Love that. All right, round 5 going to close here. Right now, these teams are just kind of poking at each other. You know, it is exceptionally helpful if you can burn through your opposing team's shield batteries, those shield cells, kind of get set up for this next fight. We do see Akimi trying to put that Kraber to use. Not going to do much with it there on that one. We see Ira fall. Ultraviolence potentially getting ready to go down to a team of 2. Kieto sending every round they have. Ira will fall. Ultraviolence down to a team of 2. We've got a 3v3 v2. 2 on the side of Ultraviolence. Kemi was going to go for that connection there, but just hesitated a little bit. A beautiful position here from Kieto. They just cannot connect through this little gap.
Yeah, this is tough. It's going to be tough here for Ultraviolence. They need to figure out a way to get some damage on Kieto here. And kind of work with Solus in a way. Solus is going to have their eyes on Ultraviolence. As the zone starts to close, Solus is going to have the God spot. But here comes Kieto. They have the new castle wall to play. As Riley does get a knockdown on Val. So Kieto should be able to new castle wall, get on the side here of Solus. It should be a 3v3 with Solus and Kieto.
Got that Kraber in play, still down bottom. I thought it was going to get dropped, but Kimi said, no way, I'm going to pick up this gold L-Star. Portal comes through quick. Portal, Kieto down. Kamore going to get this respawn on Val. Val back up and in business. Kieto also back up. Kamore going to get this heal off. No problem. Shield battery comes through and finishes. Ultraviolence still taking some damage here. Akemi hasn't really healed up just yet. Bow check in the hands of Kree. Going to be able to get that thermite down on one. Mabel going to take down Cereza. Yeah, Solace is just kind of walking through this end lobby right now. Quieto does fall, and this should be all that was written here. Kree with an EVA 8. That's all it's going to take in game number 6.
For the win, too. For the win.
For the win.
Solace.
You know, Solace has been, they've been wanting that one for a little bit, I feel.
Solus closes out 2024 as the Queen's Cup champs, and they come into 2025 as the first champion of the new and improved Proving Grounds Queen's Cup Ladies Night.
Absolutely stunning. All right, let's turn up the music a little, and you know what? Let's go look at this leaderboard, and let's watch this baby update live, because you have to assume Solace, well, they were sitting in second place. There you go. They're going to bump themselves up to first place. A 1-point difference. Solace going to finish in first place with 90 points. NDY in second with 89. Ultraviolence going to come up in third. They were able to, keep things moving just enough to bump out Lust. Secure that third place finish with 75. Lust going to finish in fourth with 68. NG Skoden going to tie with Quieto down in fifth for 55.
Wow. What a night.
Man,
what
Rhino.
An absolute night.
Yeah, Rhino, I missed women's comp so much. So much.
It's back. It's back, baby. It's back. Wow. It's a beautiful job by everybody tonight. Thank you guys all so much for signing up. We appreciate y'all. And I look forward to seeing you guys again next month.
Absolutely. And speaking of next month, we got a little something cooking for you basketball fans out there. Maybe that gives you an idea what I'm talking about. Maybe it doesn't, and if it doesn't, great. We'll see you on March 1st. Make sure to keep an eye out on the @BoomTV Twitter. We've got something a little special coming up. It's going to be open signups, and I think you guys are going to like it. I really do. But
yeah, it's really cool.
That has been it for myself. I'm Bazita. This is Rhino Live. You may also see Amore in the lobby over here. I'm gonna throw it back real quick. You may see Amore in the lobby. She's actually been casting tonight in Portuguese over on her Twitch channel. So please make sure to show her some love as well. The fact that we were able to take Ladies Night and transform it into something that is now multiple language casts has been nothing short of amazing. And Rhino, I'm so stoked to take the rest of this year and really build our journey together in women's comp. So thank you. Thank you for joining me as well.
Of course, man. I'm excited. I wouldn't want to, partner with anybody else. Love what you do with Ladies Night, and Queen's Cup deserves to have, the monthly prize pool, and it's gonna be fun to work with you here. We've been working together for a year now, so this is year 2. So this should be fun, man. It should be fun.
All right, cool. Everybody heard it here. Me and Rhino, we're going Facebook official relationship status right after this. It's confirmed. But no, seriously, thank you everyone for coming through, for supporting the Proving Grounds Queen's Cup Ladies Night. This is only the beginning of what's to come in 2025, and we can't